Yep. Did you need something?
Yeah.
What?
I got two appointments on the same day at the
Clean my desk off. Clean my desk off. I'm just like, hi guys, how are you today? Hope you're doing better than me. My mental health is about to fucking fly off the handle. Oh shit. So last night, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Uh, so last night I tried something different and I don't think I like it. I'll try again tonight, but so I wanted to make a vlogging type video where I could just sit there and work, at my own pace and not feel super pressured that someone's getting very bored that I keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on the design I'm working on. And then I could cut it and then I could make what I'm fucking talking about make sense, but I can't because I get really stoned. And then I just start talking. And a lot of it I'm sure doesn't make sense unless like you work in a cell and you're part of the community and you're in it. Probably doesn't make sense. And so I tried it last night. I basically talked to myself for an hour and then recorded it. And then I listened to some of it back and was like, people are going to think you're a babbling fucking idiot. But maybe I am. Maybe I am. I do feel very much like I have an opinion on some things, and I've never really cared too much about sharing it. It's just, it sucks that nowadays, whenever you say something about things that are happening, this community wants to try to like cancel you. And I don't need all that shit. I don't need that. So I usually don't say anything. I just kind of let these feuds run by me, and I just kind of like hope that none of it splatters on me. And it's kind of like very close, this drama that I'm speaking about. It's close because it has to do with design, like graphic design. Not my design. I didn't design anything. I didn't do anything. But still, it kind of ropes me in because I'm the graphic girl. I don't know very many other people that do the work that I do. So I feel like sometimes I have to weigh in on this stuff because I see people getting treated badly and it's not fair. I don't feel like there was malicious intent in anything. I think people are just working. They're just trying to have fun things for the community, and that also pisses me off because like Second Life and the fucking social side of Second Life is lacking really bad, really really fucking bad. And I think it's a lot to do with social media. Everybody's on social media. So everybody for Second Life wants to have social media for their avatar too. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But at the same time, we have to figure out a way to simultaneously have fun things to do for avatars on social media, but also have fun things to do in motherfucking Second Life. So my complaint for things is that the people that are trying so hard to do fun things inside the game and keep people inside the game are getting thrown up against the wall. They're getting mistreated. They're getting harassed. If you want to use the word bullying, use the fucking word bullying because it's happening. And I hate to see it. It really pisses me off. A really fun thing created from pure love, just having pure love for the Just having pure love for what it's based off of. Not trying to bother anybody. They're doing their own fucking thing. They just get roped up into shit, and then it's just like a free for all to attack their character and to attack their reputation, to attack their event, their business, obviously their passion, something that hits very close to home. And I don't think that shit is fucking right, man. Everybody needs to, like, chill the fuck out. SL is supposed to be a fun place. It's supposed to be a fun place for people to kind of go and get away from real life. And there's people in this game that just make it really fucking hard to do that. 'Cause I guess they're fucking miserable. I don't know. But I just have to say, like, oh God. I want to talk about this so bad, but I am really mindful of the backlash that I will get if I start talking. Yeah, so it makes me want to shut up. It makes me not want to say anything at all. It makes me not want to fight for other people, and it makes me not want to fight for what I feel is right. Because if I open my mouth and I say something and it's just my opinion, you know? It's just my opinion. It's my takeaway from what's happening. And I want to say things because I just don't think it's right. I just don't think it's right. I think there are bigger fish to fry in this game, and people just turned a complete fucking blind eye to it. And they only want to pick on, I don't know, they want to pick on people that I don't feel deserve it. Like, I don't feel that they deserve it. There are people in this game that do shit, and you just want to throttle the person behind the fucking computer. Like, you're like, what the fuck are you like this? Like, it's so easy to just be an easygoing person, but instead you're a fucking twat behind the computer. It's like, go after those people that actually deserve your harassment and your bullying. Go after people who deserve it, not the people that are just trying to have fun in the game and create a community for people to go to when they don't have anybody else to turn to. That's what SL was always about to me, because I found true friends. I found my husband in Second Life. I have friends that I've had come meet me in real life and hang out with me for a weekend. Like, Second Life was a place that I could go when I felt like I couldn't go anywhere else. Like, there was nowhere else on the internet for me to you know, go. Find a place where I can meet people. And maybe even find love. I didn't know that was going to happen. That's not why I came to Second Life. I came to Second Life because somebody told me you could make money. And it's a creative community. You can create the game. You create your own experience. And man, that sounded so fun to me. That was great. I was like, yes, let's go play Second Life. Not knowing the shit that is like going on in the game, not knowing that you're going to be completely blindsided by bullshit for 13 years. I didn't know all that stuff. I feel like now that I know that kind of shit happens, I'm sorry that I'm not really here to work. I'm here to talk. So you're looking at a black screen the whole time. I just feel bad for the people coming into the game who hear that there's a video game that you can create on, you create your own content, you can sell it to the people who play the game, and it's like some fucking white picket fence, everybody's sitting around singing Kumbaya type shit, when it's not like that. It's not like that. Yes, you can create shit, your own shit for the game, and you can sell it. Yep, that's right. But if you're good, or if you have enough money to hire somebody to make it look like you're good, there goes your magic right out the fucking window, because that's what starts to create problems. There is so much jealousy in Second Life. There are so many people sitting around that have immense fucking talents. They can do great things, but all they're doing is looking at other people's work and getting really mad about it. Mad that somebody is doing it better than them. So it's a constant fight behind the scenes between designers. because everybody's just jealous of everybody else. That is the only thing that makes sense as to why the fuck someone would sit around and give a shit whether or not, I'll just use me as an example. Why would anybody give a holy shit if I hire somebody to make me a mesh book that I can texture and I can sell to another creator to use in their creations? Why does anybody give a shit if that is done? Is it your money? No. Is it your store? No. Is it your idea? No. It came from my head because I saw something that I thought could be useful to somebody else. So I paid the money to buy the book that somebody else modeled. I gave that person a job, gave them something to do. They're putting that money in their pocket and feeding their kids. I'm all fucking for it. I'm all fucking for it. But for some reason, there's people in this game that they sit around and they're mad because of that. Because they create everything themselves. Good for you, pumpkin. Yay! You're the special kid that you created everything by your fucking self. I'm very proud of you. But I don't understand why you give a shit. Like, maybe somebody can explain it to me. Maybe somebody can explain it. Why anybody would care what the fuck I'm doing with my money and my time and my business. Nobody should give a shit. Did your mom ever tell you to mind your own business? People in this game need to mind their own business because it's really getting fucking out of control. To the point that you're going to take a very fucking simple logo, just a simple logo, and for whatever reason, the minions are out on Google trying to find out how you made the logo because the logo you made is not original. Bitch! There's not much originality left. I think there's ways that you can spin an original thought. Like you can look at something and create a totally new thought from that one something. And it may have nothing to do with the reference that you even looked at. That's possible. And it's totally 100% possible to dive all of your creative juices into that one image. And it looks nothing like where it was derived from. But I don't know why when you put that out, you have to verify for this fucking community that it is original art, or it is an original concept, or it's an original idea. Why do we have to verify that? Why do we feel like we have to verify that? I don't understand. And I see you guys talking. I'll read it later. Like, I'm really not even here to like have a full-blown discussion and debate about this. I just want to get this out of my head because I'm gonna fucking explode. I'm going to like, bah, you know that little GIF? Let me find that little rage GIF. I've been quiet long enough. Like, I've been quiet, trying not to, like, oh my God, why can't I find what I'm looking for? I've tried to just shut up, but Toxxic cannot, this is me right now. I cannot shut up. When it comes to graphic design, I'm not gonna shut up. Because the problem here, and this is not my drama that I'm talking about. It's not mine. But can you please? I'm not having it today. I'm not having it today. I'm not trying to be funny. I really am just telling you, it's absolutely motherfucking ridiculous. The bar that some Second Life, I guess they're creators of things. They might not be like mesh designers per se, but I don't understand why you're putting the bar so fucking unrealistically high. We have new people coming into this game every day. Every single day. New people are coming. You know how I know? Because they come to me and they're asking me Oh, I saw you on YouTube. I see you do tutorials. Oh, so cool. Oh my God, your YouTube's like, they're helping me so much with my business. I can't wait to work here. They can't wait to work here. But whenever they get in here, they're going to be like, this community is fucked up. It is fucked up. The place that we have created for Second Life. And it is our fault because this game is created by its users. So the problem didn't start with Linden Labs. Linden Labs was nice people. They put out game for you to make money on. And they let you do a free-for-all. You can create whatever the fuck you want at whatever skill level that you want to be at. If your brand's making new, you can come and work here. If you went to school for 3D and gaming, you can work here. If you taught everything to yourself in Spain and you're American and you had to learn how to use, like whatever hurdle you had to jump through to be able to do this kind of work, you could do it here in Second Life because we'll let you do it. You can do it however you want to. If you want to be the person that just packages the stuff and puts it on the shelf, you can do that. Like you can be your little manager of your own little Walmart. You can totally do that. You don't have to touch Photoshop. You don't have to touch Maya or 3DS or whatever the fuck. You don't have to. If that's not your gig, if that's not what you want to do, you don't have to do any of that stuff. But for some fucking reason, people in this game don't feel that way. They feel like you have to do everything, and you have to do everything by yourself. And if you don't, bitch, we're gonna slap you against the wall. And they keep slapping you against the wall for years because you don't do everything by yourself. It's fucking ridiculous. Come for me. It's fucking ridiculous. Nobody should have to be put in that kind of like position to work in Second Life. Nobody should have to actually sit there and be like, oh my God, I'm going to need like, let's see, I guess I'll do Blender because it's free, right? Nobody wants to pay $1,800 for Maya, when you got Blender for free. But you don't know how to do any of that stuff, right? So then you have to go to YouTube. You got to put all this time in doing YouTube tutorials. Then you got to figure out, once you figured it out, then you got to figure out how to upload it to bunk-ass Second Life. And lots of those tutorials online don't teach you like how to make it optimized for Second Life. That shit you gotta figure out on your own. And I get that struggle from that point right there, when you decide that you're going to seriously teach yourself how to do 3D, and you've worked for 7 or 8 years teaching yourself how to do 3D, you did it all by yourself. I know that struggle was hard. It was hard. You deserve all of your sales. You deserve all of your popularity. You deserve all of the fan base, the craze, and everything that you've worked so hard for. But if you have that mentality that you went through all of that struggle, but you still feel like you're at the top, you're on top of your game, you're like Princess Motherfucking Second Life, and you turn around and you shit on the little people, the people that are supporting you, the people that are helping, keeping you alive, like that's an awful person to me. It's an awful, your priorities are fucked up, in my opinion. Like, you have to still give a shit about the person who is starting Second Life today, dreaming they could be you. Like, and that person's gonna have to go through a lot of shit, because look at all the shit that you went through in your entire journey of learning mesh and everything by yourself. Really teaching yourself Second Life, because there's no handbook. You just do it the best way that you feel like it's common sense to do. And some people, the common sense really is just out the window. You'll know, like, when you move up in the game and you start meeting people, you'll figure out which ones who have zero fucking common sense. It's just there. I guess we need those people, because it keeps the people that are on a mission and on a path, it keeps us moving forward in a straight line, those people. I'm sorry, there's a post that came into my box a little bit ago. I'm just going to show this, because I do have something to say just specifically about this. The Pride at Home logo is not actually a original idea, and whoever came up with it does not have an original bone in their body, just a modified copy of the Rainbow House Coalition logo. This moron, and come for me. If anybody knows this person, I don't give a shit. You're stupid. Because, I mean, look at this. Let me just type something in. Rainbow, heart, house. I'm typing this into Google. Let's just go a little further. If they wanted to get a logo done for Pride at Home, it makes sense to have a rainbow, a house, and a heart, because that shit's made with love. And if you type in rainbow, heart, house, image on Google, look at all the different things that pop up. If you guys are familiar with the logo, then you can see that, sure, these are all different ideas for the same thing. You just coming through, just typed in the regular stuff, right? But who's to say any of this that you see is original art? It's not. It's just ideas for the descriptive words, for the objects that were put into search. So I don't understand why it's even brought up in the first place, if the logo was original or not. Who fucking cares? Is anybody else using this image in Second Life to represent a brand or a business? No. So therefore, they can use the fucking image because they made it. It doesn't matter if the thought of the logo was original or not. It has nothing to do with it. Is anybody else using that image? Are you breaking some fucking fake ass loyalty pack or some shit? No! Nobody else is using the image, so therefore, you go for it. You can use the image, and you don't have to verify with anyone if the logo is original or not. I'm going to say 95% is the answer is no. And I'll just go ahead and even go a little further here. When I designed something, I'll just make it clear. I did not design the Pride at Home logo. I did not, that's not my logo. However, I did make their neon sign. So I have seen the PSD file. I know what the PSD file looks like, and it doesn't look like it was just a bunch of shit ripped off of Google and put together. It looks like they probably had to purchase items, which is totally okay to do. You can purchase assets from other fucking places and use it inside your work as long as the license says it's okay to do so for commercial use. Because when you're using in Second Life, you're making money off of the brand that image is stamped to, and you have to go by the commercial license and what it says. I just want to say that. But when you look at my portfolio, I get a lot of ideas from what is trending. I look at Pinterest. I look at like-minded brand types. I look at your competition just to make sure that we're not going to design something that is too close. You know, I have like all of these logos in my head for Second Life. Like, I try to keep myself on the up and up when people change their logos, because I'm getting the ideas from the same places that everybody else is getting their ideas from. I just happen to be very creative. I can look at things and see a completely different design, because the completely different design is my contribution to the image that I see. What would I do different? And that's what I do whenever creating a logo for somebody. And the reason why I'm talking about this, it is not my drama, but I got really pissed off when I saw that comment from that person. And I'm like, who fucking said in the first place that it was an original design? It's a rainbow, a house, and a heart, motherfucker. Like, how are you going to flip something original out of those three things? You can't. So why is the question even there? That if the logo was an original idea, it's not. It's just an image that is not being used in Second Life by any other fucking brand. They did take different elements and piece it together to be able to make one image. It is not something that is pre-made. You cannot find it on Google. So it's okay to fucking use. They broke no rules in making that fucking logo. So I don't get it. I don't get where the drama and the fight starts leaning towards, well, it's not original. I'm sorry, honey, but you're not original either. You might see something on fucking Fashion Nova and you're like, that's really cute, but I think I'm going to add a belt to it. You made it your own, but the idea was not original because you saw it on fucking Fashion Nova, and Fashion Nova probably saw it on Shein. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't even understand why we have to live up to these standards anymore. You're putting way too much on people. You're making people not want to join this game. And maybe that's what the goal is. Maybe they don't want more people to join the game because they think they're just going to get all the money. And that's not really how it works. We have to have a thriving economy. We have to keep having people join the game and learn how to design and present their point of view on what fashion should be or what creative juices should be. We need other people in order to keep this game moving forward. And me personally, I absolutely love my job. I do not want this game to go belly up because some bitch in France or some shit is bullying everybody about being fucking original. Who cares? Who cares? Like, I'm not running around looking at stores and being like, ew, you must not have enough money to hire somebody because you have to do everything yourself. That seems so unrealistic. Like, that'd be an awful thing if people started to run around and be mad at you because you don't have enough money to hire somebody to help you, so you have to do everything yourself. Bullshit. Because there is another flip side of that. There are designers out there that wish that they could even open that door to get somebody to help them because they're carrying so many events, or maybe they have a ill parent or something and they can't devote that much time to Second Life, but they do everything themselves, but they're so scared to open the door to try to hire somebody to help them because they don't want to get called out for that decision. And that sucks. I know so many designers in that position that they just want help, but they don't get help because if it gets leaked that somebody else made an item for them, they're scared of what the repercussions are and they might get thrown out of an event because they're no longer considered original content. That's fucked up. That should not even be a problem. That's because you should be in control of your business. If you feel like you need to hire out for something, that's what you do to make it easier on you so you can pay attention to other things that are more important at the time. If it's focusing on rigging your, I don't know, your fucking famished item or something like that, and you really need somebody to help you with a texture HUD, you should just be able to do that without thinking that there's a repercussion coming and that you could lose your place at some events. I'm not saying that would happen at famished. I just pulled that out of the air. I don't know how all that shit works. I was never good enough to make it to those levels. So, because I hire out, I guess. But I never really shot for Collabor 88 or Famished or any. I never took a shot at those things. Because I knew in my heart of hearts that I'm not an original person. I'm not, in terms of Second Life. You guys might argue and be like, my artwork is original. I'm going to probably tell you it's 100% not. It is my own thoughts. It is me working on it, but I get my ideas from other places. And that in Second Life means that you're not original. So I'll just go ahead and tell you right now. I've never been somebody that's toting around that flag of, I'm an original person. Look at me. I'm in this original content event. Blah, blah, blah. I've only been in a couple original content events and it wasn't even worth it. It did not spit out the sales. Like, I feel like I would have made more at fucking Saturday Sale, which is amazing. If you guys have a store, join Saturday Sale. It's a very good, profitable event. But I've been in original content events with my shit and it didn't make as much money. And it's just like, yeah, what's the fucking hype here? Is it to be like, I guess maybe some of it's to be in the cool kids club. I don't know. Because the poor designers feel like they deserve something special because they did everything from start to finish by themselves. I don't know. I don't agree with people that are like that, and there's a lot of them in SL, and some of them are maybe acquaintances. You might be watching right now and you're like, "Oh, fuck you, Toxxic. I feel that way and I don't want to be your friend anymore. I don't care. I don't want to be your friend either." I just cannot stand that mentality. Templates. They use templates on the fucking news. When you're watching the news, you know, the little lower thirds and shit that pop up. Template. You can find that shit on Graphic River. They use templates for all kinds of things in the real world. There's nothing wrong with using them in Second Life. At whatever skill level, bitch, I don't care if you just take I don't give a shit if you just take the ambient occlusion and you tint it in world and then you try to sell that. You're probably not going to sell it. It's going to look like shit, but you have the freedom to do so. That's how you want to try to climb that ladder, that's all on you. I don't give a shit. That doesn't hurt me. Those people don't hurt me. Is it a lazy way to do things? Yeah, but you don't know that person behind the computer. They might have a disability. They might just be learning. They're trying to figure it out. They don't understand how 3D works. Instead of passing me a picture and be like, "Can you believe she released this at an event?" It's obvious that she just doesn't know what she's doing yet. And we all go through that. Every last one of us did not pop out the fucking Linden vagina knowing how to do everything in Second Life. It took me 12 years to get to this point. And I'm not even doing the shit that I started doing, you know? You're going to jump around. You're going to explore things, and it's okay. And if you have to use a template, or you have to buy a font, or you have to buy a vector item, or I don't know, you gotta hire a mesh person, you need a rig person. If you have to do any of that stuff to be able to put out a good quality object for you to sell and other people to enjoy, that is okay for you to do. And I feel bad that the people that say that it's not okay for you to do that, I feel bad that they're louder than I am. The people actually listen to them because they're stifling your business. They're trying to put you in a fucking box with them. The lonely person didn't get fucking hugged box, I guess. I don't know. But I'm so sick of it. I'm so sad for so many designers that are just getting pummeled. And they don't deserve it because they put in hard quality work in the Second Life. They don't deserve it. And it pisses me off. It makes me want to fight for people. But I know what fighting for people means. It means that I'm going to get pushed out there. People want me to weigh in on this shit. But I'm going to get pushed out. And I'm going to be the only person out there fighting. Everybody else will shut up and just watch me on fucking Facebook. And then I'm just left out there. So whenever the trolls get a hold of what the fuck I've said, then my life turns into fucking hell, being trolled and harassed behind the scenes, because that's what happens when I open my mouth. And I'm trying to just prepare myself for it right now, because I've said enough. I've said enough to get me the next 2 weeks being hard to stay in Second Life. People are always like, "Oh, just mute them." Yeah, you can mute them. But they come back on other accounts when they figure out that they're muted. "Oh yeah, just make sure your island is private." Yeah, it's private. But I'm not going to hide in SL. I like to go to Exhale. I like to stand around. I like to go shopping. Somebody's going to see me out, you know? And then somebody, you know, it just happens every single time. I get all kinds of harassment in all different ways. Comes through email, comes through comments on YouTube, it comes through comments on Facebook, which my Facebook is deactivated right now. And I did that because of all this drama. I can't just sit here and watch it. I'm on a time schedule. I got people waiting for me to do something here on this screen. And I can't sit around and read the back and forth, because it just makes me, it really makes me stop liking some people. Some people that I've had business things with, you know, you're talking on there and I'm like, oh, I don't really like you as a person that much anymore. Like, you're really spitting out some stupid shit. And I'm just like, don't know where the logic is. Like, a lot of this shit does not make sense to me. And it just makes me mad. It makes me mad that people just get attacked. And the only thing that I can hope, and you can take this for whatever advice that you want. If you're trying to be a designer in Second Life, you're starting a new store, you think this is a wonderful place to work. It really has its pros and its cons. Its cons really, really hurt. You need to be a person who does not take stuff so personal all the time. And I say this, I know I'm ranting here, and you're like, well, you're taking this personal. It's not even your problem. Just pick your battles. Choose your battles wisely. You know, this is one of those moments where, yep, maybe I should have continued just shutting up, but I'm not. I can't take it. It's fucking up my mental health. It's fucking up my want to even design, because I know somebody's sitting over on my shit waiting for me to design something too close to something they saw on Pinterest so they can call me out and be like, oh, Toxxic Rhiannyr's not original either. I'm not. I never fucking said I was. I don't want to be. I don't want to be sitting in your fucking pity corner. I don't. I don't care about it at all. Just shut up and leave me the fuck alone. But there's some people out there that, man, they need that praise. They need it. That's like, fuck it, that's like fucking air to them. They absolutely need you to be like, oh, you want to come sit in our air over here, the original air? There's no commissions, hired people here. That's what you sound like. You sound like the fucking mean girls of freaking Second Life, caring about shit that doesn't even matter. Be like on the side of, is it a quality item? Does it actually work? Was it rigged well for all the bodies? Does this person take the time to fix the little mistakes, or do they just leave them there hoping nobody will notice? Like, is it an item that you want to spend your real dollars on? Is it a scam? Is it, you know, have you seen it on another website that you know you're not supposed to be uploading shit to Second Life with? I mean, yes, think in terms of like a TOS or like a policy or something like that. As long as it's not breaking any Second Life TOSs or any other websites TOSs, now that's a completely different argument that I'm not going to step on, because I don't know a lot about it. I have not, in terms of 3D, I've not had much luck buying things from other sources. I either Fiverr or I've never purchased anything on Renderosity, but I have looked at a lot of stuff just to purchase it to see if I can actually use it, or if I could even figure out how to upload it to Second Life, because I don't know. Yeah. I won't touch on that because I don't have a lot of knowledge in it, is what I'm saying. So I don't really have a great opinion either way. I would just always say you need to follow whatever the terms of service says for the items and whatever the terms of service says for Second Life. And if you don't understand, find somebody that does. So you're not uploading something where, you know, where an asset Nazi is sitting around waiting for you to release that at some event, and then they're going to put you up and call you out, and then you have to, like, you know, show receipts. And I just say, like, get away from the drama and just follow the TOSs. I mean, I have to do that. I have to do that for the assets that I purchase. I have to make sure it's okay to use commercially, because the logo for Second Life is being used commercially. You're making money off the store. It represents your store. So I have to do it too. I have to be very mindful of that stuff. But also at the same time, somebody might remember long time ago in my very early years of Second Life being a fucking dumb, not giving a shit about TOSs. I used to upload stuff all the time that had, like, Disney and SpongeBob, and I mean all different kinds of things. And that was me being a noob designer, just being very rebel like. And I took my chances, and I got stomped in the fucking face for it. So I don't recommend it, but if you would like to know what it's like to be stomped in the face, keep uploading stuff that is Nike and Gucci and, all of those. Somebody will eventually stomp you in the face and you'll never do it again. It's what happened to me. Like, I never did it again after I got stomped in the face. So those people are out there waiting for you. And I just feel like if you know that it's wrong, you shouldn't be doing it. You kind of deserve when they stomp you in the face. I don't feel sorry for you when you're like, oh, I didn't know. You did know, because you had to take a test to be able to upload Mesh in Second Life. And that test talks about all that stuff. So that you just didn't read, or you just ignored all that shit, or whatever you did. But you knew. You can't use that as an excuse. Huh? I didn't know. I hate that. That burns me up when people are like, I didn't know. Bitch, it's fucking written right there. God, you're so stupid. Like, I just get so mad at people who don't read. You have to read. You have to read. Oh, I feel better. I don't know what's going to become of this video. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it up. Those are my true feelings towards things. And the only reason why I'm weighing in on it is because I've designed half of the fucking logos in Second Life, and I feel like, to me, I'm trying to create images that are not used in Second Life already. I am not copying other people's store stuff. However, I do carry a certain aesthetic. It is my style. It's the style that I put on every single logo that I've ever done. You can tell if it's mine because I have a unique look, so people say. So some logos might look similar to others, but they may have never been brought into reference. It's just that I applied my style to it, and so therefore they're going to look similar. They're getting their logos done by the same person, and I'm not a machine. And I am looking at the same websites that everybody else is looking at. I want everybody to stay trendy. I want everybody's logo to stay timeless. And even if it's not timeless, if it's just for something that you know is going to be a quick trend, I want to be able to design that for people. But to sit around and just be like, oh, you have to be original in all of your designs? Absolutely not. I will be very creative. My word is creative. I am a creative person. I can be very mastermindy when it comes to when I get an idea. Like, I think of crazy things that people didn't even think of. So it's just a different point of view. But I definitely look at other things to get inspired. I'm not sitting here creating everything all by myself in my head. That, to me, that's impossible. I cannot do that. So that's what makes me feel like it's impossible for other people. You need to look at things for reference in order to gain inspiration from it, to be able to create something that is all your own. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's art. Like, this is what art is. Creative people looking at a forest and can come home and build a logo from standing in a forest. That shit happens. Like, I go out on my patio, I get really fucking stoned, I'm looking at my neighbors going by, and I might see like something on the side of a paint truck, and I'm like, oh shit, that's it. Come in here and boom, 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 boom. Then I get cobalt streams freaking done, already, because I saw something that gave me an idea that maybe I can flip my own way and get this freaking logo done. Doesn't mean that I just stole the paintbrush on the side of the fucking truck. There's something there that sparked an idea. There's nothing wrong with that. It is completely fucking natural. And anybody that tries to tell you that anything that I'm saying is not correct, don't fucking listen to them. Use your own damn brain. And maybe use your own damn brain for me too. I'm really trying to be helpful. I'm not trying to be like catastrophic and trying to hurt anybody. I want as many people as possible to be able to join Second Life be able to create your store however the fuck you want to create your store. Be able to join as many fucking events that you can goddamn handle and make as much money as possible, because this job is dope. You could sit around in your fucking PJs. I have house shoes on right now. I'm sitting here in a tank top and leggings. My hair is a hot fucking mess and I have no makeup on. I did do my nails though, and they quite cute. But this is a dope job. If you don't want to go and clock in for somebody else, this job is for you. But just don't let the haters get you down, because they're here. They are thriving right now on some people that I just don't feel deserve it. And I will say this. It happens all the time. And I don't ever talk about it. But if you approach me to hire me to do your logo, and you tell me that you want your logo exactly like another store, and you give me their logo, the answer is no. I will not copy another store's logo. I will not copy a logo from real life. I will not give anyone a 1v1 copy of something else that you showed me. I can use that as reference. I can maybe design in the same genre, but it is not going to be the same. And if you proceed with me and try to force me to make the logo like this image that you're giving me, I'm going to tell you to go to hell. I'm going to take your money and I'm going to mute you. That's exactly what's going to happen. I will not copy another logo that or image to a T that is shown to me. I will always take that image as a reference and try to put my own spin on it. Try to get you something similar, but I'm not going to give anybody a 1v1 copy. I'm just not going to do it. People ask me all the time to copy my own work. They give me other store logos and say that they want that exactly. And I just won't do it. So if you ever see a logo, if you're already a customer of mine, you already have a logo by me, or I've done some kind of work for you, if somebody else pops up with that very same logo or item or whatever, I didn't fucking do it. Because it's totally 100% against my own policy that I made for myself to protect myself and my brand, to never copy logos, images to a T. Ever to do it. I won't do it. And I will not refund a consultation fee if you continue to try to push me in that direction, because I will not be bullied by people. I don't let people push me around. You'll get told to fuck motherfucking off, and I'll mute you and you'll have to be on your way. And it happens all the time. So that's why I'm saying this. If you're thinking about hiring me and that's what you're trying to do, the answer is no, and do not waste my time. Because I will absolutely shut the IM on you and then go tell a bunch of my event friends what you did. Like, I'm not kidding. People talk. Don't burn this bridge. Don't burn this bridge. So I'm just telling you right now, if you're thinking about it, don't do it. And that absolutely was a threat. I will tell my event friends. Do you know this motherfucker? They showed me this logo and they wanted me to copy it exactly to a T. They were not happy. They did not want me to put my own spin on it. They wanted to copy to a T. I don't know why any of y'all would want that. I don't know why. I can come up with a design that is completely you, just you, not one of the top tier stores or anything like that. I can make shit that is just for you, boo. I don't know why you would want to look like anybody else, especially in this game where originality is such a topic. You will get socked in the fucking face, and it will be no online harassment like you have ever seen. Second Life, they have the bullying and the harassment down to a fucking T. It will make you never want to log in again. And I've been through it. I've been doxxed. I've been harassed. I've been stalked. I've had people just show up places and they just start talking about some shit that I'm like, Who the fuck are you and how do you know that? Like, it is scary. So it's like, you might as well just know from the rip, just don't fuck with people. just choose your battles very wisely. Just don't fuck with people because you just don't know who these people are. Ever. You don't know where the hell they're coming from. You'll never figure out where the fuck where they are because they're using, like, what are those things called? What are those things that you block your... What are those things called? What are those things where you use that block your URL? You block your IP address?
Incognito?
Oh, VPN. They use a VPN or something. You'll never find this motherfucker. Like, the cops will never find them. It's useless to go to the police about some fucking not internet, but Second Life person. They'll never find them. They're always using something that's going to hide where they're at. They're ruthless. And I'm probably going to get a whole shit ton of them, but it's fine. Like, by now, I know what I have to do to be able to get away. I just won't come back on I won't come back on fucking stream talking no shit in the time. And I'm not trying to talk shit. I really feel very, like, passionate about this stuff. There's things that I do think that matter in Second Life and things that we should be coming together as a community to try to help do away with. And they cannot get past their own fucking nose with this originality stuff. And it just bothers me. It always has, because I've always been a store. Not all my stores, but definitely Alter Ego, which is the store I'm most known for, is all template clothing, and I always got beat over that. I thought I was so good. I was so good at texturing, and I thought that I deserved to be places, but when your definition of originality is fucked up, like, they need to title that something else. It doesn't need to be called original or exclusive. Those two words are gross. I hate both of them because of SL. I put originality and exclusive into the same line as moist. I fucking hate those words. Hate them. Do not speak of these words around me. Because they ruined it. They ruined the definition. And for me, they ruined the want to even want to sit next to them. I just don't. I never had a dream of being in some of these top tier events. Maybe the arcade, before the arcade did their bullshit, like when it was all still the hype of SL. Yeah, maybe I wanted to be in a fucking arcade, but after all the shit that came down with them, don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. No way. No way, Jose. Yeah, it's just like, there's just those things. Just, I feel so much better that I finally just got that off my chest. I hope that you guys, like, I know there's like 20 people, and I know you guys are talking, and I want to read what you're saying so bad, but then I'm not really in a headspace where I want to argue. I'm just saying my piece, and I'm just going to let it be. If there's anybody in the chat that's, like, going against what I'm saying, or if anyone's talking shit, I'm sorry. I'm not going to look at it right this second. If you're on my side, then high five to you, and spread that kind of love as you go on today in Second Life. Help somebody. You know, if somebody says, hey, I need help doing something, help them. Research things for them. Like, try to find them a link that'll show them something, or, you know, try to help each other, because this game is really hard. It's exhausting mentally, even physically, even though we're sitting in chairs and sitting down and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's still physically taxing. It's hard to get up from, very addictive, and you need a break. As I need a break. I mean, thanks so much for listening to me and being around, being here today. I really appreciate it. We got up to like 22 people. I looked over and I'm like, oh my God, 22 people are listening to me. I do stand behind everything. I don't feel like I've said anything that's going to put a foot in my mouth or I'm going to have to apologize for later. I just want everybody to be happy in their creations. And that's at any level. Even if you're somebody who created everything yourself and you are a one person show, you're fucking a powerhouse type person. And there's not very many people like that. I feel like that's a unique spot to be in. But try to like bring yourself down about 500 notches, because your kids aren't the only ones that deserve to eat. Everybody on this platform who wants to make income here deserves to be able to make the income however the fuck they want to do it. As long as it's legal, it abides by the TOSs that were put forth many years ago. And as long as they're not breaking the law in real life, they're not hurting anybody, I don't give a shit. Be creative in whatever way that you want to be. And we're talking about things that fall in that line. Nobody did anything illegal. Nobody's going to jail because they used a heart, a house, and a rainbow. It's a very fucking cute logo. Get over yourself. Is it similar to the one that you put up there, Artemis? Yes, it is. But if you would go and look at other logos that are for like real life charities and businesses, their logo is like that too. Are you going to go call them and tell them that their logo's not original? No, you're not. Because it doesn't fucking matter. Try to find things that matter. Stop copy botters, theft, in general. Guys, stop copying off of each other type of shit. And just be happy with what you create. Take a weekend off, go to the fucking pool in your backyard from the pool you got from Sam's Club. I don't give a shit. You got to get away from the computer because some of y'all acting real fucking ridiculous. Like children. And I know the people in question are not children. They're all adults. Like, you're not making the community look good to the children that are joining the community, coming from IMVU or whatever. You're making this place look terrible, And we need more people. We need more people to join SL. We need more people to play so we can continue having this dope job. Like, stop worrying about shit that doesn't matter. It only matters to you and the few birds you have flying around you. I don't understand. I can't with the constant fighting and the constant, oh, well, you didn't do this, or you did this, but you told Sally you did this. It's not anyone's business. Everybody just mind their business. And it's hard. I guess it's hard to mind people's business when stuff's put on Facebook. I know. That's why I turned it off, because I need to work. And I don't need to sit there and watch these people run around in circles and read all these opinions that don't make any sense. And then people just pass those comments that are not making sense and not addressing them. I'm just like, why aren't you paying attention to this dumb bullshit that's getting told on here? Like, I'm all for a good troll. Like, I used to be very much into trolling people. I used to sit at Waterhead and Ahern and just roast people on mic. That was before I had stores, mind you. But I'm all good for a good troll. Making somebody so fucking mad that they turn the game off. I'm like, haha, bitch, have a great day. I used to be very vengeful like that. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for that moment to come. When some stupid walked by me and I just, I don't know, my mouth used to be real bad. But I've had time to grow from that. I would not go over and do that kind of stuff now. If those places still exist, I don't even know if they do. I don't know. I used to be like really loving drama, but now that I'm an old bitch, I don't really care. I don't care that much. I see stuff said about me and I'm just like, some stuff really gets to my heart and some I'm just like, oh, fuck off, just fuck off. If you're coming after my creative side, you're probably gonna end up getting probably puncture my little pixel heart a little bit, because I take a lot of pride in what I do. But I'm really trying to like work on getting better, because it's not my family's fault, that I'm getting like virtually rammed in a bad way on Second Life, you know? So whenever I get off the computer, I'm mad, you know? So that those kind of instances need to change. Like I need to find a better way to deal with that kind of stuff. And I'm not perfect. So if anybody sitting on here is like, "Oh, she thinks she's so perfect," cuz we talked about that. We talked about it last night as I was recording, or after I was recording my vlog, and I might still try it because it's basically what I'm doing now. I'm not paying attention to what you guys are saying, and I'm only just going on my own shit, and that's probably really annoying, and I'm sorry. I just don't want to debate. I just want to say what my feelings are, and just here's my how long have I been on here? Hang on. Oh shit, I've been fucking ranting for an hour. Here's my 1 hour explanation to this boring ass topic that is scaring people away from this game. And there you go. Here it is. Like, thanks for sitting here and watching a blank screen the whole time. Yeah, I hate it. I've always hated it. Because I guess for me, I've always wanted to feel equal to people. I wanted to feel like I was a part of the creatives in Second Life. Well, I still have people. I still have stores that I just am like, oh, I want to meet that designer. Like, I bet they're so interesting. Like, and I've met a lot of people, and a lot of people that I thought was going to be interesting, and they were dull as a fucking box of rocks. So it's like, sometimes it's like, don't meet your idol. But, like we were talking about it last night, that it may be hard to listen to any of my advice because of my status in Second Life. That I'm a public figure, and that I have been here for so long. I've had all the experience that I've had. It's like, would you listen to a millionaire if he told you his problems? You'd be like, you would like discredit and try to like push his problems down like they don't matter because of his tax bracket. So I understand if like you listen to me and you're like, oh, shut the fuck up, Toxxic. Like, your life is so bad. My life is not bad. It is annoying. There's some things that happen that is annoying to me, and I can't just shut up about it. That definitely happens. But my life is not bad. My Second Life is not bad. I'm actually really happy. I closed my stores. I don't have to be a content creator like that anymore. I don't have to put another fucking thing on the shelf for sale if I don't want to. And that's a great thing because I've built a different business off of this game. And I'm completely happy. So I'm just trying to help people. And I see like so much excitement and so many people that are eager to start their store. They're like, oh my God, it's going to be so fun. I'm going to make the walls pink. And they're just so happy. And I'm just like, God, I miss that. I miss being so excited to do something in SL because it's magical still. And it's still like a game of mystery. And you don't really know a lot of people in it, but you're just so excited because you're going to put your own spin on stuff and it's going to be your store. It's going to be so awesome. I love that. I love that for people. I don't want to be like, yo, you have no idea what you're walking into. But I just let it go. I'm like, yay, let's do it. Let's make a whole package. It's going to be so fun. But I feel bad for him because I'm like, you are walking into a goddamn landmine. And especially like the stuff that people show me that they're going to create. I'm like, you are going to get eaten up, honey. Eaten up. Oh my God. I guess I have to watch SL Secrets again because it's going to come out. Somebody's going to get the book thrown at them for the type of content that people are making. But then that goes back to pick your battles wisely because there is somebody watching always. I just am warning you. If you keep making those Nikes, somebody's gonna get you. Ain't gonna be me. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Doesn't hurt me. I also don't understand, like, and I'm sure somebody would probably argue with this. I could see my best friend arguing this with me, but just from my experience, like, having a store that supports templates, like, I purchased templates off the marketplace, textured them, and then resold them. I call those template stores. I could be My store could be in a row at an event right next to 5 other template stores, and there's not very many of them left. But I know 100% from experience that all 5 of us would make lots of sales on the same shirt. If we released the same shirt and we all textured it our own individual way and we sat up and I was next to BDR and Envious and God, who the fuck is left? I don't even know. QE Designs. Say all 4 of us and Alter Ego sitting right there. I know 100% sure that all 4 of us would definitely make what we paid on the template back plus a lot. Like, I feel like all those girls are fabulous texture people, and I think I'm a fabulous texture person. Just because I love it so much. I really love to texture. I know all 4 of us would make a lot of money, and we would not be disappointed that we didn't make a lot of sales at the event. It doesn't matter, because all 4 of us would put a completely different texture style on that shirt. It would look like 4 different people made it, even though it's the same shirt. And I know that every single one of us would make a lot of lindens from that release. I have full confidence. So I just never really understood the whole, oh, this person made the same swing set as me. Because you both looked at Home Depot and you saw the swing set and you decided to make it. So now you're all pissed off thinking that they saw your swing set somewhere that you were making or you told somebody, and then you release the same thing in an event. Who fucking cares? Your swing set's going to be different than her swing set. Hers might not have sex animations in it and yours does. So you're probably going to sell more because everybody in that sells a freak. Like, I don't understand. It's crazy to me. Now, unless, like, you have a personal vendetta with somebody and then that bitch makes the same thing, now I understand why you're mad. But I still think that you'll still make sales because yours is different. But if it's like if it's personal vendetta type person, that shit, oh my God, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. But at the same time, like, I really feel like you'll still do good. You'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I don't know why people do that. I guess they just do it because they can, you know? Like, they just do it to be like the little kid in the sandbox that's like, I'm touching you, I'm touching you, I'm touching you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Well, I would smack the fuck out of that person, but we're virtual, so we can't really punch people in the face, you know? But I just don't understand why somebody would do that. And I feel bad. I feel bad for, like, customers that don't see it. And I feel bad for people that are, like, purchasing it, that if they knew that that's what that person was doing, they probably wouldn't shop there, because who wants to support that little bitch? Nobody. Nobody wants to support that person. And then some people just don't care at all. They're like, if it's cute, shit, fuck it. I'll buy both of them, you know? Just like how I was saying, I know that all 4 of us could stand in a line and we could texture the same shirt and do it all differently. And I know every one of us would still make good profit. Because we're good texture artists. We can make it look totally different from each other. And I think, to me, the texture artists should be considered original artists. The term for original should change. It shouldn't even be used anymore. That needs to go away. You need to look at people's quality, and if it's good quality content. Now, there's some templates out there that are not good quality, but those are people that are learning, you know? They're learning. And really, that's not... I don't know. If you're not really holding everybody to the same standard to what they release at an event, because I can tell they're not, you can totally... Oh, God. Here it comes. It's going to come out. Oh, my God. I love these two stores that I'm going to say something. I love these two stores so much, but it makes me fucking really mad whenever they do shit like this is how you know that they're not really screening stuff that happens at the events. And me just being a content creator and a designer for Second Life and knowing a little bit how to model, it like pisses me off. But I love these stores so much and I own so much content, so please do not come for me. I still want to be able to shop there. This is just my observation. It may whenever you go to Clabber 88 and my baby from Half Deer made a sphere, and then she put a plane at the bottom of it, and that's her release at Clabber 88. Do you know how many people would die? They would cut off their left arm to be in this event, and you made a circle with a plane at the bottom of it, and then what? Like that kind of stuff that makes me super cringe. I'm like, oh damn. But then you got Hoochie over here and she made a whole motherfucking outfit and it is cute as shit. Like every texture is perfect and you know that that took her probably like 2 months to make because it's absolute perfection. Screen, who the hell, what the fuck? You have to like put some quality into your event. That's your responsibility as a like event person to be like, yeah, I mean, did you just run out of time or something? Like, because you just made a sphere and a plane. Come on, honey, come on. Will you make rabbits? Come on. I would have taken another rabbit and chopped his head off and then remodeled another rabbit. Like, sure, maybe you like lost some time, but damn, bro, you made a sphere with a plane underneath it. I just, I don't understand. Just because I know, like, people are like, damn, I think I'm qualified for this. And then you get releases like that, and you're like, oh. Well, damn, Toxxic Rhiannyr could be in Collabor 88 if that's going to be allowed, because I can make spheres, and I can make a plane. I can make a moon. They could be moons sitting on the floor. But it's like I'd never be considered because I'm a template person. So kind of that's why I decided to just take my stores down too, because I'm always going to have that stigma on me. I'm always going to be a template person. Are you calling me? Oh. Okay. I'm always going to be a template person. I'm never going to be able to impress anybody. It doesn't matter if I ever created anything by myself or not, which Vendetta, the booths, I made all the booths myself, but I mean, they're just extrusions. They're nothing fantastic. But they are at every goddamn event. Like, every single event is me all over that shit, but I'm not considered to be an original content creator. I'm everywhere, but I'm not in anybody's radar. Nobody looking at none of my stores for none of that shit. So just keep that in mind too, that there's a lot of that shit happening, that there's people that are totally qualified for it, but they'll never get chosen for stuff because maybe they, in their early days, they did like template work. But then I see that thought right there bent a little bit. Because you got people like Suicidal Unborn, like mad long time ago, she used to do template stuff, and she's in all the retro content events now. So like you can graduate from the template thing, but it's really hard to do. Like it's really hard to do, and I give like big thumbs up to people who have done it, because it always seemed like it was something completely out of reach for me. No matter how hard I tried, no matter what I did, it was never even a consideration. I actually tried to get an Uber when I was a skin store, and the answer was no. The answer was no, because I started off as a template store, and my skins were derived from a template, even though I had worked that skin over so many freaking times, like so many times. Worked it over. It's nothing like what was originally used as a guide to place the eyeballs and the nose and the mouth. It was nothing like that. I completely reworked the body, everything, fixed all the seams. Like, my skins were pretty at the time, but I still got told no because I'm known as a template person. Doesn't matter if I ever created something myself or not. Even though I'm in every event. I'm there, bitch. I'm there. I might not be on your roster, but let me tell you, there's probably 30 or 40 boosts in that bitch that's mine at every single event that you go to. So, I mean, I'm really not bitter about it. I really don't care. But I just have to put that out there because there's all different kinds of situations. And it just sucks whenever you get labeled that one thing and you can't get out of it. Just sucks. It's like that's what you have to look forward to like bust your ass the whole time, and then still you don't get where you like want to go. But then you see other people getting there, and you're like, they don't even make all their content. Like, if you're gonna throw a reason out, but like, they're not even original content. That bitch hiring the same mesh person I do. I don't know how to tell anybody to do this the right way. I don't think any way's the right way. It's whatever you fucking want to do. I just feel bad. And I try to like support the new creators that are coming in from, they are coming from IMVU. They're aging out, I guess, is what they always tell me. Oh, well, like, we're just getting too big for that game. That game's not as fun anymore or whatever. And Second Life is a big learning curve from that game. So I wish everybody luck with that, because God knows we need some different outlooks, some different opinions, and some different workflows and style. We need it so bad. Like, we need it so bad. Some of these people that are in this game need to age the fuck out. Go to a different freaking platform. Get another job. Get the hell out of here. Like, you're making Second Life not fun. It's not fun to sit around and have to defend yourself all the time, or feel like you have to defend yourself all the time. Why does anybody feel like they have to impress you? Like, I don't get it. I'm so over it, though. And when you're always talking about fucking original, oh my god. Please get off it already. And I don't know. I don't know if anything I've said has offended somebody or if I'm losing money from it, but I'm not sorry. That's really how I feel. And if I have a conversation with anybody about this stuff, that's just how I feel. It doesn't fucking matter. But you shouldn't steal from other designers. You should not blatantly take people's stuff. It's not yours. And just because you think that, oh, like, there was a person that took my TR logo and she was putting it on everything, all her stuff in her store. And she was like, oh, I don't even know who you are. Like, I've never heard of you before, and you don't have it copywritten, so I can take wherever I want. And it's like, you little bitch. Like, who the fuck are you? You know? Who the fuck are you coming into this platform? And I'm showing you years of using this logo, and you don't even have enough common sense to just be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't know who you were. I will modify this right away, because you don't want problems with people here. By saying like, oh, I don't know who the fuck you are, I'm not going to change it, fuck you, bye. You've started a war for yourself. And I don't care like what family you're fucking in. I don't care about bloodlines or any of that shit. I don't give a fuck. Don't fuck with me. I'll make your life miserable. Because people make my life miserable. So therefore, that makes me miserable. And I just word vomit that shit on other people. It's annoying. Like, you shouldn't do it. You just shouldn't do it. Don't go there. Make your own freaking TR logo. If you want to name your store TR, I mean, fine. It's just my initials. It wasn't really supposed to be a store. It just was easier for me to stamp TR so people know it was made by me. and it just kind of stuck. But I have used it for 3 years, and if you decide that you're going to use it, why wouldn't you make it different? Why would you want to look like me? We're not even in the same like business or whatever. I don't understand. And it's not a flattering thing. Like, it's just not a flattering thing. And like when I just thought of something too, because I was on a post where someone was mad because somebody was copying her avatar, the way her avatar looks. And I actually went on there and was like, I have spent more hours than I would like to admit trying to make my avatar look like yours. But I'm standing on a platform. I don't never leave. I just want to look like that for my own. I'm not selling the look. I'm not trying to like go out and be super social with the look. Like I just want to take pictures and dress up and look hot on my platform. So I think when it comes to an avatar, I don't know. Like I'm going to have to play bias on that because I want to look like a lot of people cuz they make themselves so hot. Like I want to be hot.
I want to look like a hooker.
I want to look like a hooker, a devil hooker. And some of these girls are so good at looking like devil hookers. I want to too. But it's not something I'm trying to sell. I'm not trying to sell the look. Like, I don't have clothing stores anymore, so I'm not selling the look. So I guess I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. That's me being a hypocrite. I'm totally fine with it. I'm totally fine with being a hypocrite in that sense. But when it comes to a logo, don't steal other logos. That's not cool. It's already hard enough to come up with designs that don't look like other people's stuff. It's such a hard job. And you're just putting more work for me. You're just giving me more money. Because whenever you steal it, that person's going to be like, oh, nope, I don't want to have this logo anymore. Got to go get a new one. And then you're just putting money in my pocket because they come straight to me and they're just like, I don't want this logo anymore. Well, I don't blame you. Let's redo it so they can turn around and steal it again. Like, god damn. These people. Some people's children. Ay, ay, ay. I'm sorry to have taken this long, guys. I didn't plan on being up this long, but I do really appreciate you for hanging out with me and at least listening to me. Even if you don't agree, it's fine. We don't all have to agree. I just wanted to come and say my piece because I saw that post get put in my box and I just erupted, and that person that pasted it is not there. So she's not there to like, oh, Toxxic, don't get all so pissed off. But it just makes me mad because I just don't feel like they have to answer to anybody. I don't feel like anybody has to answer to anybody. You can do whatever you want. It's your SL. I don't understand why the originality card was played there. It doesn't matter. They didn't steal anything. They didn't do anything wrong. It's a lovely logo. And I mean, I've seen the PSD files, so I know that it's not a rip from anything. Like, I have it. But so it's like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're just talking because Facebook allowed you to have an account, but you have no knowledge behind that shit whatsoever. It's just a hater. Just a fucking shut the fuck up. People make me so mad. This is why I can't work in real life, because I would go off on somebody at the grocery store and just be like, did your mama drop you when you was born? You a stupid motherfucker. Then they'd be like, well, you're fired. We don't really need somebody like you here. I know. It's because I'm toxic, right? Right. Don't fucking forget it. I'm going to beat my friend up for putting that. Actually, I saw it before I deactivated my Facebook. I saw that comment and I thought, walk away. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away, because the queen of logos does not need to grace her presence on this fucking thread. Walk away. You don't need to be here. This is not your fight. Nobody asked you. They don't want your opinion. Shut the fuck up and just deactivate the account. And that's what I did. but it ate on me, obviously. And it's so hard to do this kind of work and try to hit that bar, the acceptance bar. you I always feel like I'll never be accepted no matter what I do. It'll never be it'll never be like, "Oh, she actually has something smart to say." Maybe I don't say anything smart. Maybe that's what it is and I just need to realize it. I don't know, but I just felt like I had to say something cuz I'm always fighting for the underdog. I always want people to just make it all the way through to whatever it is, whatever goal you're going for in Second Life. If you're just trying to make it a hobby and you're just trying to get a little extra money, then I want you to be able to do that. If you want to quit your real life job because it fucking sucks and you want to sit at home in your PJs and drink fucking Starbucks all day, you should be able to do that. And I hope you're able to do that. If you have a family member that's ill and it makes it to where you can't work, but in the real world, and you have to stay home and it's like mad boring, but you find this game and you want to make some coin off of it, I want you to do that too. And I want you to be able to do all that however the fuck you want without somebody telling you that you're not good enough to be here for whatever reason because it's not good enough for them. Fuck those people. You do whatever you want. It is your business, and the only person that can close your business is you. And I will be honest with you, I've closed my store several times because I just can't handle it when it all starts raining down on me because I've said something. I spoke my opinion, and then I have all kinds of hell to pay. Then I'm just like, I'm just going to close because nobody wants me to be here anymore. Nobody likes me. Nobody likes my mouth. Nobody likes my clothes. Nobody likes my prices. Nobody likes my graphic design. Like, I have been in the dumps before. Bad, 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 bad. But it's like, you can't get away from it. If you're good, I guess. I don't know. I've seen bad things happen to people that weren't good. So I don't think it has anything to do with, like, true skill level. They're not judging based off of skill. They're judging based off if you did it all by yourself for whatever reason. I can't imagine being some of these designers now with that kind of pressure. Nobody wants that. Like, how can you design under that kind of pressure? I think it's not a forever plan, too. Like, the more you grow in SL, the more your responsibilities grow. And you have to pass off some of these responsibilities to other people. Because I don't care how many monitors you have, you're not going to be able to do the customer service and all the designing and all of the blogger work and then all of the event searching, and then your group is talking, and then you went off and made a Discord and your Discord is talking, and then your Facebook is going off. Like, it is so much. And then you have to worry about researching the item that you're going to make, actually try to make the item you're going to make, and like put all that time and effort and rigging and texturing and substance painter and God knows what else people are using these days. And you have to do that before the 12th of the month because your event starts. And you better hurry up and get it done because on the 15th you have another one that starts. And you better hurry up on that item because on the 17th you have another one that starts. It is a lot for one person to do. A lot for one person to do. And I feel like the people that do it all by themselves, they lack in some areas. They might not have a super strong presence on Facebook, or they might not have a super strong social media presence, because they don't have time. They don't have time to be talking to nobody, advertising, whatever, so they might just use Flickr. But I just think that hiring out is a good thing. It gives people jobs. Like, it gave me a job whenever my job here in SL was starting to crack. and crumble because I just don't like modeling. So I really had no interest in it. I would rather edit video. I fucking hate editing video, but I would rather edit video than really take mesh super seriously. And actually like really learn how to model properly. I would rather just go to video instead, and I hate it. It's just not for me, you know? And sure, I would have loved for Alter Ego to still be alive and going. It's a nice thought of it being in an original content store, but I don't know, you know, I just was not into making it be that. And I always felt an immense amount of pressure too, because all my friends were starting to be original content and they were pulling away from templates and you know, going their own path, what they were comfortable with. But I always just felt like this is not for me. This is not what I want. I just want a texture. That's what made me fall in love with Second Life, not so much having to come up with all the ideas by myself. I would not have excelled at that. Just like the other day I made like an announcement on my Facebook where I was like I'm tired of modeling. Like I found some people to work with and I will start working with them soon. So if the quality of my stuff goes from mediocre to damn, is that apple fall? it's it's not going to be that good. But the quality is probably going to improve because they're better than me. And with their being better than me and then my texture skills, things are probably going to start looking a whole lot cooler. And that makes me excited. But it might also like make me lose business too, you know, because people are like, oh, she didn't make it all herself, so she doesn't deserve any of our money. I guess that's how some people feel. And I'm good with it. It's fine. You can keep your money. There's plenty of it to go around. Somebody else won't give a shit or even bat an eye or even ask a question. They'll just be like, this looks dope. You're getting so good. Bye. I'll be like, yeah. I'm really not that good. I'm going to fake it to make it. But at least I'm totally honest with you. I don't want to I just hate the word original and I don't want to be considered that. I don't want that on me. I hate it so much. I don't want it. I'm a creative. I'm a very creative person. But originality wise, I don't even want to try to reach that bar. I'm good. I had this looking so cool like 10 minutes ago, and now I've fucked it up because I sat here and just kept messing with it. I don't like this. What's going on right here? I don't want that there. Let's see. I read something on a creator's profile. I think it was Cerberus's. I'm gonna log in. Because I was like, hey man, me fucking too, bro. Me too. Probably logging into note card hell. This is the first time I've logged in today. It's probably a lot of people wanting to know where their stuff is at, but I'm just running behind as usual. Oh, I feel so much better. I had a headache before I started this video. My headache is gone. Okay, there we go. No. You know what I can do? All right, I'm going to leave that here, and then I'm just going to... Only one I am. That's good. What was I looking for? Serby. Hang on. There was something on his profile that I was reading, and I was like... My silence does not mean I'm unaware of what is said about me. It only means that I stopped caring and life goes on. Pretty much sums up everything for me. I was like, yes. Absolutely yes. So I have to keep reminding myself that in the days to come, since I have made this video and there's still people watching and might be people here that don't agree with me. I'll probably read all kinds of shit that I just think that I'm so all-knowing. I don't, but I do, like, I do have an opinion of things, but I don't think I know everything. I just have been through a lot, and I see things that I don't like, and I want to, like, fight for it. I want to fight for it. And I feel bad for some people because I feel like they're too sweet. They're not going to stand up and fight for themselves. They're just not strong in that department, you know? And I don't know why I always take it upon myself to be that their voice, but somebody has to be. It's not one-sided. It's not so one-sided. So, and I guess like the stuff that I'm talking about the originality, it's just based on opinion, but I just can't really, I can't wrap myself around that opinion. It doesn't make sense to me. But I guess I want something different for the grid. Like, I want something different for all of us. I just want all of us to be accepted and all of us to have the same opportunities based on the quality of the products that we're making. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you know? That's how real life works. Whatever you're buying, it has to be of quality. Nobody wants to buy garbage in real life. Nobody wants to waste money. And it's like we have the ability to control that here. People just have to get better and practice their skill. It's what people have done before you, you know? If you're a new store, these people just they all came from nothing for the most part, unless they went to school. I just don't know very many people that say that they went to school for this. Most people I talk to learned it all themselves. That seems to be the general way it happened for people. So that's another thing that just doesn't make like a lot of sense to me, because it's like, okay, but you learned how to do it all yourself. And you know that people are going to have to take time and learn it all themselves also. And maybe they don't have the actual time every single event, you know what I'm saying? To like be able to come up with something all by themselves, you know, because there is like a time frame. And I just feel bad for people. Just like, damn, man, I wish that decision for you to hire somebody to help you isn't being held against you so much. Like, nobody knows everybody's life. Nobody knows how that's going. And with COVID and everything, like, you just don't know how people's worlds are, and you're just constantly attacking them, and I'm just over it. I'm just so fucking over it. And I guess come for me if that's it. You can come for me. I'm used to it, and it'll be what it is. God, you guys talked a lot. Why did you talk so much? I have to read everything you're saying, and I'm so scared that there's somebody in here because I don't want to fight. I'm skimming through everybody's comments. I'm sorry that I just wasn't in the mood to like stop and reply. Is my cat outside? Just a second. Oh, I thought I heard my cat. Where's my cat? He's not outside. I don't know where him meowing at. Oh, faintly heard my cat meowing, but I don't know where he is. Oh, I like this comment from Maria. It's unfortunate to see people trying to play at being business owners and not actually knowing what it entails to have and run one. Big companies aren't big because one person runs it. Excellent point. Excellent point. That's right. You just need to live your second life and be happy. It's just hard because you'll be doing that. You'll be like, do, 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 walking down the fucking virtual road, and then some asshole comes swinging out of nowhere to try to take your ass out. Yeah, I don't know what that style is, like what my style is. Like I don't see it, but other people always tell me that they can tell when something is designed by me. Like they'll right click something, just to see who the creator is, and usually it's me. I mean, my best friend asked me the other day. Well, she didn't ask me. I've had people ask me what it feels like to have my product be everywhere. And I was like, it doesn't feel like anything. I guess maybe because I don't really see it because I don't leave that much, but when I do go to events, I do notice that a lot of the event booths are mine. And at first when people started really buying the event booths, it did feel good. I was like, yeah, bitch, I'm at fucking famished and I didn't have to pay her anything. Like just to have my shit there, just to be able to do area search at Collaborate 88 or Famished and be like, yeah, bitch, there is something here that was made by me. Woo, like that's a good feeling, but it passed, It passed. Now it just feels like it's just work. To me, it's just work. I don't really feel like I'm super special, or maybe I should. Maybe that would fill the hole of me feeling like I'll never be accepted. Maybe this is me being accepted and I'm completely being a doofus about it and not accepting that, and that being something for me, not accepting not being accepted. That's all I ever want. I just want people to like my stuff, and it's obvious that people do, and I totally appreciate it. I can't say thank you enough. Like I just can't. I it's because of you guys that watch the channel and the people that go and shop my stuff in Second Life or on Marketplace now because everything's closed. Um I wouldn't be here without you guys. I probably would have lost a bunch of money and had to go figure out how to find a real job, which would probably be graphic design. I don't ever plan on punching somebody else's clock again. I think if Second Life ended for me tomorrow, I would still be making graphics for somebody. It just wouldn't be for virtual stores. I would just go back to doing it real life. And it would definitely have to be the music business because that's where I thrive the best, or clubs. I don't know how clubs are doing now with COVID, but I would have to do that. My style's more urban, more, I don't know, it's not corporate. I hate doing corporate shit. And people in SL always trying to make me make their logos look like a fucking bank. I don't want to make corporate logos. I want to make like logos that have a story and like have a theme, and I want something with more substance. I can't fucking stand doing corporate shit. But people always want it. They're just like, I don't want no background. I don't want, like, everything just has to be kind of plain or whatever. And hard for me to do is some of the hardest stuff just to make something super plain. Even with this logo, it was really hard for me. It's probably not going to be one that I present to him. This right here, I'm just fucking around. This one needs to be related to music, and I'm just not, it's not coming out of my head, you know what I'm saying? It's just not, I'm not getting it. So I'm still reading. I'm about halfway through you guys' chatter. And I'm just trying to like pick up on some things. It looks like for the most part you guys agreed with me, which thanks, because usually when I open my mouth nobody does, and then I'm backed into a corner, and then I'm thinking, am I the crazy one? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm supposed to be like, oh, you have to make everything yourself, even though I don't. Like, oh, Ems, I love you so much. And I'm super proud of you. All of the stuff that I've seen you put on Facebook here recently, I'm like, you're a fucking rock star, and you always have been. You're somebody who I feel like you deserve spots at these original content events. And I hope that you don't have the same thing that happened to me, that they would not accept you because your previous whatevers have been template based. You're a phenomenal texture artist. You're one of the best that I know. So I'm not just saying that because you're in my chat. I really truly believe that. Earlier I was talking about you, or I mentioned your store in my row of template stores that I know. If we were all sitting next to each other, we would all make money, and it would probably all be the money we're used to making. So I don't think we would ever hurt each other. I know we would never hurt each other sales-wise. I know it. So that's just always what makes me think there's no way if somebody makes two swings and they're pretty much the same swing, and they put it at an event, I know both of those people are making money. They're really not hurting each other because each swing is different in the animations and the texture and what comes with it and who made it. Like, but they're both gonna equally flip a profit. Don't worry about what's in the booth next to you, bitch. Worry about your own shit. Go advertise your own shit. I share a lot of stuff all the time that is the same thing as me because I want other people to be able to enjoy the same things that I enjoy. Before I took my Facebook down, I promoted another graphic designer that I saw that is making vendor layouts. I was like, holy shit, here's somebody who makes vendor layouts. Go to her. Him, her. I don't know what they are. Here's a graphic designer. Here, go. I'm not some jealous bitch sitting over here thinking, she thinks she's making vendor ads. Fuck you. I'm going to put out 200 more. No, I don't give a shit. I actually need help. So if you can make a vendor layout, let me know. I will gladly send people to you. And if you're doing graphic design and I think your work is good, I will gladly send people to you. I'm not sitting around here just being a mad jealous bitch. There's just no time for that anymore. Where is my cat? I keep hearing him meow. maybe something too with it is like I just have a lot of confidence in me. Like I'm reading and she said that the income in Second Life is very inconsistent, and it can be if you're like knocked off your shit. That's my experience though. I always feel like I can pop up a store. I could open a store tomorrow. Tomorrow, and probably make sales off of the store. And I think that's just because of my name. Like I've built my name up and I've worked very hard on my own presence that I'm 99% sure I can do that. But I understand that not everybody feels that way. But you have to work at that. Like, that's nothing that just came just because my name is Toxxic Rhiannyr. That came from like years and years of working, and I still have a little group that I could market to. But I always felt like if the money in Second Life was inconsistent to me, it was because I was falling off in some area. I was not going 100% hard with joining events and keeping up with my main store and keeping up with the groups that I'm in and doing free shit. Like I was lacking somewhere. But that's my experience. Not everybody is going to agree with that. Some people it just doesn't come for them as much. Like it's hard for them to make sales even though they're making things that are probably like quality stuff. It's weird how it all works out. It's weird. Because like my mom, my real life mom, she is working right now and she doesn't want to be. And I'm just thinking, oh, and then I was talking to my friend Amy last night on the phone, and I was like, it's so weird to me because she's like, I need to figure out a way to make like $200 to $500 extra a month, but I don't want to leave my house because I have a baby, and it would be easier if I could just stay here and work. And I'm sitting here thinking, Second Life is fucking easy, bro. It's so easy to make money. For me, it's easy for me to make it. It's just, but I understand my knowledge for it, and the job that I do is not for everybody. And it is really hard to make money in the game, and it is really hard to break through, especially when you have these people at the top that want to keep pushing you down for, their reasons. And I just feel really lucky that it is that way, that I find it easy to work on. I'm super grateful for it because I hate working hard. Like, I hate working. I just want to like work normal. I don't want to have to work crazy extra hard because I'm a lazy bitch. I mean, come on, guys. I just feel for people. I wish it was easy for everybody. But I guess if it was, then, this would be a different platform to work on. But just like I told Amy, I was like, dude, I could probably build a store tomorrow and have a pretty decent profit in a week. Just because I know how to do it. Like, I know exactly the style everybody goes for. I know what styles are popular. I know what styles ain't probably going to work. I know what styles are oversaturated. I know what products we have entirely too many of that we do not need anymore. And I have all these, like, ideas, like, and that's whenever I'm like, I'm going to open a new store, make a new logo. I have, like, 4 logos that I've made right now that are standing by for stores that I would like to open someday in Second Life. I just don't have the time. The custom work just takes up all my time, so those stores are kind of just sitting there with Pinterest boards full of ideas. I just don't have the time to do it. But I think there are stores that would work. And the only reason why they would work is because I would absolutely fucking make sure of it. I'd have to bust my ass. I don't know. I don't know. I just think that, like, you know what I miss? I just miss the main store days, man. I miss the main store days where that's all we had to worry about. If SL would have kept going in that direction, I would probably have a whole fucking sim of stores just by me. Just stores that I made. Because I miss that shit so much. Those were such good times. And I see some people like trying to do it now and stuff, but I don't know if it's gonna work because like how I was talking earlier about the social media is like taking everybody out of the game. With like I feel like with like those giveaways and stuff like that people do, like just randomly giving free shit to people that are just passing by on Facebook. I don't understand. I don't like that. I would, if it was me, I would much rather um do that kind of stuff for my in-world group. But then again, the in-world groups suck because like if they get too big, they start to break. And the functionality of them becomes rough to deal with. So then you're like, you know, now what the fuck am I going to do? How am I going to communicate to people? So I understand why like people moved to Facebook to do those giveaways because SL is not as reliable as it once was. But I almost would like to see a better balance because I'm not on Facebook all the time, and I'm sure there's like a shit ton of people that don't really frequent Facebook that much, so they're missing out on all these giveaways that they're doing. Something to think about, maybe, for people that still have, stores and they're working away in SL. Try to do something more with your main stores and bring the traffic back in SL. Try to take that away from social media. I think like social media just be used for like advertising your stuff, but don't do giveaways there. Don't do the giveaway there. Do the giveaway in world. You can advertise about the giveaway, but don't actually do the giveaway in those comments. Like you could do a Google form or something like that, maybe. Just something to bring, like, I'm all for bringing the people back into the game. Because everywhere you go, unless you're going to like a really popular club, there's nobody standing around. There's nobody to talk to. Um, I went out the other night and was just trying to look for like people. I was on an alt and I'm like, how do people make friends nowadays? And I went out and I tried and I'm like, okay, I'm going back to my platform because nobody is anywhere. Everywhere is empty. Only the clubs that I've been to lately actually have people standing in it. But they're not talking, so then it makes me feel like they're a bunch of bots. And I'm like, well, I'm sitting here telling my mom that SL is this cool place where you can meet people and you could like meet people your age. Where are my children? Hold on. Kitties! Why? Why are you crying? Kitties! Hello! Why are you crying? Odie, come here. Come here, Odie. Come here, Odie. What do you want? Come over here and meow for the people. Come here. Why are you crying? Jeez, cats are needy. Come here. Why are you mowing? You want somebody to not love you? It's not because he wants attention or love. This cat does not like to be petted. He just wants to sit there and he just complains. That's it. That's all he does. Hold up. I can sit at home drinking Starbucks. Sign me up. Yeah, I had to stop drinking Starbucks because I've got like can't do all that sugar anymore. Hi, what are you doing? So nice of you to join us. Hey, OD. Hey, come here. No, I know. Oh, he trying to spill my water. Look at you. I wish you could see him. Hi. What you doing? Can you get off my desk? I kind of need to work. Can you? Can you get off my desk, please? Go. Goodbye. Get off, Odie. Go. So, Ken made some really good soup, and that's what I've been smelling for the past hour. So I'm gonna get off here and let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Just try to be nice to each other, and try not to judge people on their originality, because life is hard and we're all just trying to do the best we can. So do the best that you can, and I hope that nobody bothers you over it ever. Hope these people that do this shit eventually get bored of this game and go get a real goddamn life. And if you feel like overwhelmed and stuff, turn your social medias off. It's great. It's great being without Facebook. I don't have to read no drama. And I'm on Instagram just scrolling around. I don't read no comments. And, I just try to stay on the ones that you don't have to fucking really talk to anybody, and it's great. Just turn that shit off, honestly. That's the best way to, clear your mental space, get away from the computer, and just go outside for a little bit. Even if you have to have your mask on, go outside. It's 200 degrees, but I'm going to march my ass right outside and go smoke here in a little bit. Just because I need to get away. I don't know. Some people, I guess they just sit here and they're letting everything make them crazy. Don't let the game make you crazy. I've absolutely been there. I've absolutely been there 100 times, but it's so silly, It's so silly to sit around and waste tears or whatever. Because to be honest with you, when you press the X button and you get up and you walk away, you guys go to Costco in your real life. Are you thinking about the drama that's happening in Second Life? No. Only think about that when you sit back down and you're like, oh, fuck me, I logged off for a reason. Everybody hates me here. Ugh, should I log in? I'll create an alt. And then I'll go log in. And then spend another $200 to make that alt look just like me. I do it all the time. I have thousands of alts, probably. Maybe I might. No, I'm exaggerating. I probably have 300 alts. I bet there is 300. I just don't know I don't know all the names for them anymore. I probably know 50 avatar names. And then, yeah, I don't know. The rest of them are created for dumb shit. Just dumb stuff. Anyway. I've been debating on closing my in-world store. Seems pointless to have these days. Most just shop, events, or marketplace. Yeah, I closed a month ago. I had some shit pop up in real life, and I thought that it would be better if I just got rid of the region and then was able to pocket that money every month. But I did end up getting a homestead just because I can't roommate with anybody. I just can't. I need to have my own place, and to where I can be mad all by myself, And I had some people on that last region, and I felt like I was doing them absolutely no good. And I was just in a bad place. Like mentally in my head I was in a bad place. So I was like, can you guys like I'm gonna have to get rid of the region and I just need to be like by myself, and it just happens every single time. It happens every single time. Something happens to where I can't have people on my region. It's just not something that I deal with very well. I always want to make like my own decisions and be very much 100% in control of my regions, and that when it puts somebody else on it, I just don't do I'm not happy, I don't do good. But this case I really did need to give it up because I did not want to pay $230 a month anymore. But I guess I am still paying a good chunk because I did get a homestead, so but it's a homestead that I only yes, I am a lone wolf, you're right. I just can't do good. I just don't. And they didn't do anything, and thank fuck they found somewhere else to go, and her fucking sim is so cute. And so it all worked out for the better, but yeah, when I closed my stores, and really Vendetta was the only one that was making sales. Paper Crowns, I just got so tired of creating for that. Um, I got tired of the name. The name was too long. But Vendetta was the only one that was still making sales up in the sky. But my marketplace sales are far higher than any of my in world sales because I didn't do events. I had no desire in doing any events, not even Saturday sale. And I know Saturday sale makes money, but when it's event booths, Saturday sale does not do good for event booths because there's no designers shopping in it. Those are just regular customers. So you really need to offer something that they can wear, a holdable or something like that. Or decor didn't really do super great for me either, even with paper crowns. So I was like, I think this chapter of my life is over. But I have closed my stores before, and then I had them offline for like a month or whatever, and then I felt better and popped it back up. So that's always the deciding factor for me. Can I pop it back up later when I feel better? Yes, I can. And my customers will come back. They'll be so happy that I decided to design something and pop it back out again. But I just make all my releases now on the marketplace, so yeah, it was very hit or miss. It was anything that like I feel like that you can create where they can put something into it, like if it's a frame where they can drop pictures, definitely do that kind of stuff because it's something that they can interact with aside from like just hanging it on the wall. That those stuff looks does really well for me in sales. As long as the content is something that the customer can interact with. I feel like that always does better. But I am super happy that I closed those stores, and I'm super grateful because I didn't even think that this was going to happen, but a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, you're closing? Come put your store up here. Oh my god, don't let it close." And I'm like, "Dude, I thank you so much, but no. I really want these stores to close. Like I really just want to do customs and just see if I can, if I can supplement the money that I would be losing by having the stores in world. I want to try to like make the customs completely take that over, and I've done it. Like it's fine. I not sitting here losing very much with having those stores not in world. Alter Ego is completely dead. It doesn't even have a marketplace. It's gone. Like it is still in my inventory if I ever desire to pop it all back out again, but it doesn't even have a marketplace, so there's no sales coming towards that at all. I've thought about completely canning paper crowns and taking it off the marketplace. And what else is on my marketplace? Let me go look. I'm like a demolition person though. I want to be, when I get really emotional, I get destructive. And I'm emotional right now, so I'm trying to just kind of not act on emotion. Um, and I didn't when I closed the store. That was not an emotional. I had to do it. But I have closed Alter Ego before off of emotion, and then 2 days later I felt better, and then I was pissed off at myself that I took it offline, and that I closed it, and then I made a big deal about closing it, and it's like, why didn't you just leave it there and log off the fucking computer, and then it would still be there, you dumbass. Like, I've gone through that too. I'm a very emotional person. Yeah, I was thinking about taking paper crowns off just because, like, I don't feel. I'm just going to look, but I don't feel like it's something that sells that much anymore. I think most people are going after the template stuff that I'm making and Vendetta. I think that's what I'm known more for nowadays, and I kind of just want to keep stuff current, you know? Oh, this is not the one that like tells you. Oh, let's just like look for shits and giggles to see if any of this is paper crowns. I'm going to say it is because there's like a bunch of stuff that is cheap. Oh, that's paper crowns. That's paper crowns. That's paper. Oh, oh. They all were? Okay, so maybe I just need to leave it there. I want to take it down because I'm so sick of looking at it. But we just proved that that is a bad idea. That people still buy it. I am very impulsive. Very impulsive. I just want to burn it all to the ground. Whenever I get in that mood, I just want to go away. I don't want anybody to remember me. I don't want anybody to know me. I just want everybody to fuck off and leave me alone. And yeah, I am very impulsive. That's absolutely true. I act purely on emotion. And if I'm mad, I'm destroying it. And it's always been like that. It's always been like that. I have not mastered the stopping myself. I think like, and it's okay to like think of a rebrand. Maybe do something else, Trishy. Like, maybe it's time to retire all that stuff and just be like, I want to come up with different ideas, new stuff, you know? And completely kind of not so much start over, because if you still have your group, you're really not starting over. You just tell them it's time for a fresh start, you know? I just want to do something else for a bit. And that's what Paper Crowns was. I was teaching myself mesh, and oh, that's cool. There you go. So, but you still have all your old stuff up. Yeah, it's worked. When I opened Paper Crowns, that's what my thought process was, that I was just going to try something else because I had finally got to a point where I was comfortable selling the mesh crap that I made. And but then towards the end of it, I was buying a lot of stuff. I was hiring out, and I don't know if that stuff was quite as fun. I did not end up making what I put in. And then I started to get really bummed about the store because I was paying more in custom stuff and it wasn't paying me back. So then I was like, okay, this is not a profit anymore, which is so crazy that people would rather buy my stupid extrusions than buy something that's actually modeled. It's so crazy, but it just really wasn't working. And I didn't have time to do like the event stuff with it. I still had Doll Factory open, which at that time, to be honest with you, if you're looking for something easy to do in SL, however, it is expensive, is to do shapes and like style your avatar. To me, that's always been like a good side hustle. Um, to bring in just a little bit of extra money if you enjoy doing that kind of stuff. You probably could get away with having GIMP and just edit your vendor ads in there and just like dress your little dolly up to a T. And to me, a shape store has always been really good, but I guess I'm decent at making avatars. And it is a learning curve, of course, but it is something that doesn't require having to model. Mm, I've never dipped into poses, but there are a fuck ton of pose stores, so that must not be too terribly hard to accomplish either. I appreciate that, Trishy. That's very sweet for you to say. I don't know how to like, I don't know how to like feel about that stuff because I don't want to ever get arrogant. I did get into a spot when I had alter ego where I felt like I was on top of the world. I felt like I was on top of my game. I felt like I was untouchable. And I know that my attitude during that time was not good. I was very like diva ish. So I think that's why like I kind of stopped myself from really acknowledging that kind of stuff because I'm so scared that I'm going to dip back into that mindset of I'm the shit bitch. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to have that kind of like attitude towards things. I guess because I feel like I could be so much better. Like I have so much more to learn. I'm very basic. Even like some of the best people in this game probably look at my shit and think it's absolute garbage and you're right. It's not super pro stuff. I'm literally hanging by a freaking thread that and I feel just lucky. I just feel lucky that people like it. So maybe I'm just too hard on myself. That's probably what it is. I always want to be better and try to push off the best quality things as I possibly can. But like when I see the boosts everywhere, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but nah, I don't have a lot of feeling towards it. I just feel like it's shit. It's just shit. It's just some shit that I like. It's just a box. And I just cut the walls out and like pulled some of it. It's just to me it's nothing. It's just things. I'm happy people like my things. I am. But I don't think it doesn't really make me feel any certain way. And I told my friend, I was like, why is that? Why am I not like super proud of it and just walking around like, yeah, bitch, I'm everywhere? Like, why do I not feel good? How come I don't feel good because of that? Like, is that weird? I don't know if that's weird. I'm more proud of the graphic design stuff than I am Vendetta. And the reason why I named that store Vendetta is because I have a vendetta with mesh, period. I just have no interest in it. But I opened that store because I thought I could probably make some boxes. I could probably make a skybox. I could probably make event boosts. And at the time, nobody was making event boosts. So I was like, okay, I'll tap into this market and see what's there. And it just exploded. I actually put the first few out and I was so impressed because I taught myself how to do baked lighting and then only to turn out nobody wanted baked lighting. So I sat there and did all those tutorials for no fucking reason and had to end up going back and remaking some of my more popular Generation 1s into a modular Generation 2 because nobody wanted baked lighting. And I'm just like, oh my god, I can't win. I can't fucking win. So when Generation 2 came out, those are much better models. And I've also thought about taking Generation 1s down. But like I just did on Marketplace, I went and I looked and a lot of Gen 1s still sell. So just leave it. Just leave it, Toxxic. Don't fucking don't touch anything. Just leave it. You're making money on it. Yes, you can't clearly see that you're making money on it because it's Marketplace. And I kind of just upload stuff to Marketplace and forget about it. Unless it's a limited edition, I keep track on those and stuff, but forget about it. I just load it, forget about it. Load it, forget about it. Oh, everything you do definitely does not suck. No, you're the queen of bikinis, bitch. Like, I'm so ready to wear bikinis in SL. And I mean, look where I'm standing. I live in the swamp. And I can't wait for bikini season because you be making the best bikinis hands fucking down, man. I always want you to make bikinis in the middle of the winter because, like, I'm just standing here in some trees, but I could totally be wearing a bikini. You do. You need to make more. You're the best at bikinis. It's bikini season, beach. Like, that's the best. I think you're so good. Like, from everything that you've come through, I've known you for a long time and I just really am super proud of you. Like, you've got it. You know how to fucking texture, man. Your ass off. And I remember a video from a long time ago that I was live and I was showing like how I textured things and you were like, "Damn, I do this totally different." And I'm like, "See? We both are really good texture people, but our workflows are totally different. You do not do your layers the same way that I do." And that's cool. Like, Booba fucking Palooza. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, oh my god. That's so old school. Booba Palooza. Oh man. I miss those days. I feel like those days were so fun. Like, all the fat ass days and the Lola's days. We did not know how good we had it. It was so long ago. And what was the other one? Was it the Booby Show? Was it the Booby Show? Oh, those days were the best. They really were. I remember like going into those places to go set up and man, you couldn't tell me nothing. Could not tell me nothing. I thought that I was doing so good. And I had a lot of friends back then too. Like, we were all like all tight. The Booby Show, the Ash Show, the Big Show. Yeah. Those were good times. And then like the 100 block days and all of Depraved Nations events were so fun. And there's just good times. Like, I just miss stuff like that. Now I don't feel like it's the same. I don't feel like the events are the same. They're different now, you know? The thrift shop, you're right. The thrift shop. We were trying to figure out the other day what the name of that shit was, and I don't remember who I was talking to. I think she just dipped. I think she just went real life. I've only talked to her like once in the past 3 years, but I think she just had enough and she was like, "Bye." She's very like short in that sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, she knew exactly what she wanted and she just went for it. She had kids too. There was, real life I think just started to pick up and she was like, "I got to go." She was a boss. Heather was a fucking boss. I miss her so much. Like, she was. Yeah, she did work her ass off. She was a no nonsense person either. She had no fucking problem telling some designer to kick rocks. Get the fuck out of my event. She was the best. I miss her dearly. She was a good chick. Yep. People were scared of her. I remember, like, they were like, "Oh my god, I have to go in and ask Heather, and I'm scared I'm going to get yelled at." And I'm like, "Well, just know going in that you're probably going to get yelled at because the answer to your question is probably on her note card." Yeah. She was a good chick. No, she didn't. And then, like, I totally admire that too because I want to be one of those type of people too. I don't want to take no shit either, but I always admired how she dealt with stuff and she just didn't give a fuck. Like, if she said it was going to be this way, that's the way it's going to be. I remember she yelled at me one time because it was one of the winter events. What was the winter event called? Frost? Was that Frost? Yeah, I think so. But I remember I put like animated snow on my store windows, and she fucking got in my box and gave me hell over this animated snow that was on my store. And I'm like, bitch, will you fucking look around the sim? Everybody's using this. Why are you only coming to me and saying that I can't use this? And she's like, oh, fuck no, I'm gonna go make sure everybody's not using it. So she went to every single store that had that fucking animated snow and made them take them out. It's like, and then I remember people inside the chat, they were like, well, I took the script out of it. And she's like, you dumb motherfuckers, don't you know it's still running even without the script in it? She was so like, she was amazing. But I was like, why are you coming to me? Do you see like there's 50 other stores here that have this goddamn snow? Fuck you. Go make them take it down too. I'm not the only one that's going to take it down. And she did. So if you were ever one of those stores that had to take your snow down for frost, it's because of me that you had to take the snow down. Because, yeah, I was like, you're not just going to tell me to take it down, ho. You can go tell everybody else in here to take their fucking animated snow down or deal with it, because it's probably not doing anything anyways. uh. Oh my god, do not let your freaking tree branch go outside of your booth. She would do that too. Oh, and remember like remember like whenever she had like the free shit under the Christmas tree and people could just res their own presents under the Christmas tree? I don't know how many times she would like stand around the Christmas tree and she would be pissed because they resed it so far away from the tree. Like, she was like, what fucking told this moron that they should put this box 20 feet away from the tree? Like, and she couldn't move it because she didn't have rights. She let him just put it there, whatever. And I'm like, why don't you put the packages on the ground and set them for zero linden and tell everybody not to move the package? All they do is just stuff it, and that way all the packages are in underneath the fucking tree. And yeah, nope, she never did that shit. She was the fucking sim police. Yes, she was. Remember, like, every time you would show up for the event to go set up, she was floating in the air, being like a fucking bitch, just flying in the air, waiting for somebody to res something in the wrong spot because she was going to tell you, are you going to leave that there? It's like, oh my god, I miss her so much. She was great fun. But she was very like no nonsense person, like real life too. I talked to her a few times on voice and she just very much so that way. No, you're gonna listen to me and I don't give a shit about your excuse. If you have excuses, you can be talking shit all the way up out of this event. You can leave. Goodbye. We have a waiting list of people that are waiting to come in. You get the fuck out. Like, that's just the way she was. The Simply. She so was just floating up there looking like a bitch. Like, I miss her. Good times. Yep. Yep. She did that shit. And she was talking shit about you the whole time. You know she was. This motherfucker. Do you know how many times she's been in this event? Oh, PW. I was looking the other day. I researched my name in Second Life, and it popped up PW. Perfect wardrobe. I was like, oh, my name is still on this shit? That's crazy. I was just looking up, like, what my name is attached to. Whoop. Maybe I can spell this shit right. Oh, this is not what I looked up. I looked up this. You guys ever wondered if we, like, me and Vashi talk about this all the time. Vashi pain in my ass. Where is that? Dude, it was up here the other day because I was like, oh, perfect wardrobe. but now I don't see it. They're doing so. Oh, here it is. There it is. Aw, it's gonna be held on the Toxic Sim. Rip. Perfect wardrobe. Good times. There's so many memories with that. Bad memories. So many bad memories. Bad experiences. Let's see what else is here. Damn, I was gonna say something. I was going somewhere with what I was saying. It does. It doesn't it feel like it was fake? Oh, I was gonna say, do you guys ever feel like we only are a part of Second Life in a small chunk? Like, let me see if I can say this better. Let me hang on a second. Hopefully no boobies pop up. But like you see all of this stuff here, right? Aside from like, Second Life's 18th birthday or whatever. But you're looking around like these are Linden homes, but like this exhibit and whatever, right? Looking at all these different places that you can go and explore. I feel like we are a part, the community of Second Life, the one that I'm a part of. I don't know what you would call us, but we're just a very small portion of SL. Like, I feel like there's other huge communities that are, they just like every so often they will dabble in the community that I'm a part of. But I know there's like probably a big community for like Japan or Korea or something like that. Like there's probably a huge community for that, and then some of those people kind of cross over per se into the the what's another word for community? Into the group that I frequent. But it's just so weird because when I'm looking at stuff like this, I'm like, there's so many different things to do in SL. And sometimes it just feels like there's nothing to do in SL. You could only go around and shop at the 5 fucking events that everybody always talks about, but there's so much more to do. There's so many creators that are not in this little piece of pie here that we all sit around and fight about. Like there's other communities that are just as big that we don't have any part of, that we don't know at all. And it's like, that's interesting to me. I want to insert myself in those parties, even though I don't speak their language. But I just wonder if there's like another universe of people playing SL that have the same dramas that we have, but it's just different designers because they speak a different language. Is like Spanish SL always up in roar because somebody's copying somebody? Or is this it? Like, are we the only community that this kind of stuff happens in? That's kind of weird to think about because, like, I don't know, when you're looking at all of this stuff, I mean, most of the stuff is land, and then there's like sex stuff, but I mean, obviously, like the communities, like the roleplay communities, and the like. Well, I'm just gonna leave it at that. The roleplay communities obviously have lots of drama because that's all SL Secrets has been around about the past like 2 or 3 months is all RP drama, all like family sims and all the kids being pedos and shit. Like that's what everything has been about. So it that kind of like furthers my curiosity about other communities within Second Life, and like how do you get in them? Like where do you go? Where do they hang out? Where do all the Asian people hang out? I want to go hang out there cuz they're the best dressed. But like, or is this it? Is like, in the Spanish community or in the Asian community, do they have big events that we don't know about? Because they don't really market in the same places that we market. What are you guys talking about, a black market? What are you talking about, black market? Are you talking about the urban community or are you talking about something completely different? The Ranting Angry Bitches Collective. Me too. Oh yeah, Busan was actually cool to go to. They made that, but I wonder if that's just like somebody that was in our community that just decided to do an Asian themed event, you know what I'm saying? Or was that like an actual Korean people made that event and then just popped it up? Like which is that? And I think Busan was like last year. Like the last time I went there was around like before Halloween, I think. But it just makes me wonder whenever those types of things pop up, like what is their community like? You know? Are they all sitting around fighting about who's original and who's not? Or are they just like, fuck it, we're gonna make a whole bunch of money and take it from all these Americans? Ha ha ha, laugh all the way to the bank. Like, how is it? How is it for them? Oh, Black Market was an event. I did not ever see that. Ever. I never. When did that come out? Oh, oh, Black Market was one of your things? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know why that doesn't ring a bell to me. What was the name of her store, Ems? Remind me the name of her store. TRS. Thank you. Thank you. I was sitting there, I was like, damn, I know this logo. I can't remember what the fuck. Oh, Aiden, that logo is such trash. It's not. I mean, I'm glad it gave you ideas, but I'm probably not even going to use it. Thank you, though. I like the vibes of it, at least. The vibes was going in the right way, but I don't know. Again, I'm probably just being too hard on myself. I might put it in the mix because I just don't have that much ideas for it. Everything I've making is looking cheesy, so I am kind of stumped on this one today. At some point, I have to give him ideas because I've taken too long to try to think of something. I hate that when it just doesn't come to me and I'm like, I am so overworked and my brain is dead and I just want to get you something because I don't want you to think like I'm trying to take advantage of you. I'm not. I'm just not feeling super creative. Oh. Just with neon stuff, it's usually like a border and then just put like an outer glow on it and you got your neon. Or you just rasterize it and then set it to like do the Gaussian blur and then that'll make it to where like it's glowing on the inside too. Because if you just do the outer, it's just going to put a glow on the outside of the text. Yes, like cobalt. And yes, they want it red, not blue. You would think. You would think that it'd be a blue logo, but it's a red logo. And they want it to look like, I'm assuming, kind of like Web 2.0 looking. Like, hang on, let me see if I can find. I was trying to look for this when I was doing my vlogger attempt last night. That just did not go well. I kind of want to make it a little bit like the Moxie logo I did. I keep going back to it and trying to just get inspiration because I feel like it would look really cool if I could do like the Moxie type like this but make it red. And not so much with the heart or whatever, but I love the way this looks, but it could be spun in so many different ways. So what I was trying to do is make a similar design to this, but have it be red and black. And it's not really getting there. It doesn't really look like that. So it's probably going to have to be something I do off camera. I don't know. I'm trying. But I was thinking more like. I don't. Let me see if I even have like any direction or anything on this at all. I remember talking to the guy. It was a long time ago, like last month. Let's see if we. May 21st is when I got this. Yeah, it just says that it needs to be urban DJ music related streaming service, shine, gloss, and modern. It's a relatively easy thing. It does not need to look cartoony or kiddish. He wants it to look very professional and sleek. Check to see once the logo is done. Yeah, I don't really think it's supposed to be neon, but I kind of like how the neon flare could be played here, but it's really technically not supposed to be neon. I don't even remember. Let me see. That's so much to do. So much. Actually, he has a neon sign. So this might actually work after all. I just need to figure out how to make it apply to a streaming service. So I was looking online last night for like streaming icons. If I could flip that somehow into the sea, or it needs to have something to do with music and listening and streaming. So I was over here looking at all of this last night, trying to come up with a spin off of any of this because I did not want it to be basic. But it might be basic. See, like even just this bar here, whatever, just something that is like nothing that you can find up here. I don't want to do any of that, but it is just a service, you know, and kind of this stuff applies to the service. I did find some cool graphics on Free Pick that I could probably manipulate to be a little bit different to give this kind of a different vibe, but I mean this falls back to like what I was talking about at the beginning of my stream, where none of this is an original idea. None of this reference stuff I'm looking at, none of this is original content. This is just different ideas of how to display live streaming, but none of it is original. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different spin-offs. So I'm just sitting here trying to make a different spin-off that is something he couldn't have just easily downloaded himself to make. That's my whole goal. Luckily, I know how to use Illustrator, and a lot of people in Second Life do not know how to use Illustrator. So it would be difficult to just go and download some of this stuff for some people because they don't even have the program to open the shit. So you could open it in Photoshop, but it's probably going to lack quality. You won't be able to make it super big. It won't be perfectly pixelated and just have that really high resolution. So I don't know. It just hasn't hit me yet. It will. Something like this might be cool too, like a little Target thing. It does need to have some kind of icon, be it headphones or the little live bars or something. It has to have something. So I'll figure it out. It just hasn't hit me. I don't want it to look dorky. So, I mean, there's space to put something here, but I feel like even if I did like a play button, dorky doesn't look good. I don't want it to be dumb looking. I want it to look good. It needs to look good. And it's supposed to be red and black, but I always lean towards a purple black because I don't ever want it to be too dark to where you can't see it. Like the other day, Aiden was that one logo thing I was working on that was too black, but that's everything that she purchased, so I had to keep it that dark. It's going. It's a work in progress. It's going. Oh, cobalt can be red. I just typed it in and saw all blue things. I thought it was weird that he wanted it red. Yeah, I had those on there last night. I have another version of it. This is the one that I did for my stream last night where I did my like vlogger attempt that didn't work out. But I mean, that's thought number one. I don't know. I'm not super. The text looks really cool, like up close, but I'm not completely sold on it. The text looks really good. And that's what I'm like leaning towards. Like the ESPN type esports look is kind of what I was going for this one. But it is, I feel like it's weird that he wants it red. Hmm. I don't think that wanting it red has anything to do with Cobalt. Cobalt is his last name in SL. Yes, music streaming, DJ streaming. Like you just gonna go buy a stream. Yeah. So it could really kind of be hokey, you know? It could be. If you go to any streaming service in Second Life, their logo's a little on the hokey side, you know? But I don't really do hokey. Hokey is not my style. I want it to look a little bit masculine and kind of like, exciting. I don't want it to be like, I don't know how to say it. I don't want it to look noob. So that's why I kind of follow the Moxie look because that's one of my favorite logos that I've done, and I think that style could like work for so many different things. But it does need to be like can't be cursive, needs to be strong, needs to be easily read from afar. It needs to be written just like this. He prefers it to be like more like this. Like or it needs to be written like that, but then with this, like let's change the font. It has things, that I was really liking this. I thought that this was cute. Cute. It doesn't need to be cute, but make it two different colors. That is kind of long, but I could see that like that working and for advertising and stuff, but that's not really what he wants. He wants more like let me find something that I can resize here. It has to be like this. Oh god damn, is this one of those font? Hang on. I need to find a font that I can like yeah. Really it's supposed to be written like that. And I don't know, I thought that was kind of boring. It's hard to make a font. It's hard to make it look good like this. It's very corporate looking. And like I said before, I'm not great at corporate. I don't think it needs to be a font like that. It's going to have to be I just was looking for trying to find like a font that like nobody uses. Like that might be okay, but that's hard to read. Like people be like, "What the fuck does that say?" So, it's just a little bit of struggle. Sometimes it doesn't hit me for a long time. Like that's what sucks is trying to meet people's time frame that they want stuff back, but it's like not hitting me. It's not super obvious, and that's when I start going to look at different websites and trying to see if something can spark an idea because naturally I just don't have it. On paper, it's not a hard logo, but when I'm sitting here trying to come up with it on empty juice, I just can't get it. It'll get done. Sometime today I'll like just come in here and just do whatever and be like, these are my ideas. Hopefully there's something in there that you kind of like that we can do something with. This is kind of cool. It kind of looks like pixels have been taken out of it. That might work, but again, this is like not written correctly because it doesn't have a lowercase. So I was just trying to find like a unique font, something that'll take gloss really well. Needs to be strong, bold, black, red, and something to do with music. Easy. You would think it's so easy. I was on the font looking for fonts and Envato. Just not really. It's just not really there for me yet. But it does need to be like I have to give him something today. Something has to pop out of my head. I was hoping to get so much more work done today too, or at least this week. And it's just been a kind of a hard couple of weeks. Ken was in the hospital last week and he's getting over some things medically. And so this week was kind of hard getting back in the swing of things, knowing like what's coming. And we also somehow tested positive for COVID again. So we've had to kind of like be at home and not out so much, even though I really feel like it was a false positive. But because we've had COVID before, we had COVID at the end of at the end of December, going into January, and then my grandma died from COVID, and then this year has just been a snowball effect at the beginning of the year of just bad things happening over and over and over again, and it's really like gotten to like the mental health needs to be paid attention to because it's hard to design whenever everything is like feels so up in the air. So it's like my real life has to be pretty good. I have to be in a pretty good mood in order for really cool things to come out of me. And I got to be stoned off my ass. And I'm sure not right now. At this point, I'm not high anymore. So you're just going to get like, you're getting lazy toxic at this point. Is this Hemi? Did I use this on the other one? I think I did. Yeah, fuck. Because this looks cool too, even this way. That could be an idea. Ken, guess what I'm going to tell you? To shut up. He always makes fun of me. This might be alright too. And do like a Web 2.0 type look. I'm going to try that. Even though it's not what he said, it still breaks it up. That's what we need. Is this needs to be broken the fuck up. Sometimes too, this is me being inside my head and thinking that what the client says is what they absolutely want, which, or is that's the way it absolutely has to be. But I probably am going to have to like put all that to the side and just be like, design what you think looks cool. Present those items to the client and just be like, I took your instructions into consideration, but they didn't work out for me. So I'm offering you this. Like, that's just as simple as it's going to be, because I don't know. I feel like hokey. It feels cheesy to me, and I don't want it to be cheesy. I wish I still had all my like Web 2.0 styles from back in the day, but I don't. I have to remake them. I was gonna leave you guys like an hour ago, and you assholes are still sitting here talking to me. M's, I blame you. But I don't know. Maybe something more like this would be better. I can always go probably find those Web 2.0 looking styles and make them look dope. The one thing that I like to work on is text. I love making text. I'm really good at it. I've always been super good at text making. Because I used to do posters in real life for like nightclubs and strip clubs and DJs and stuff, and that's all I ever practiced with was making text look cool. And so it's one of my favorite things to do. Often people have to tell me that I'm doing too much. Like the text is too much. Hey, sorry. I just really enjoy making text. My bad. I'm looking for this. Oh no, this. New. Yes. Yeah. Something like that, maybe. Maybe. Maybe, baby. How do we do it over here? Ensign 3. Okay. I'm getting so hungry, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I bet those boys ate all of that soup. My stomach is like. I could probably work better too if I ate something. That helped the other day when I was having a little bit of the struggle buses. I went in and ate something. And then when I came back, I was like, oh, I see it now. It's so clear. And I was able to just crank it out. So food probably would help tremendously in my problems here. That looks clean and professional to me. And then at the end of it, there could be some like play button or something like that. Oh shit, you guys have been talking again. Blah. Hang on. Let me read up. Yeah, we are fully vaccinated. Everybody in the fam is. And we had my son decided that he wanted to go get the COVID test, the nose swab from Walgreens. So we took him down there and he tested negative. That's why I think it's a false positive because the last time we had COVID, all of us got it and it was horrible. We went through all of the pains, all of the struggles, can't breathe. It was the whole nine. It hit us like a ton of bricks, all four of us. So I was thinking if we are positive again, how come not one person in the house is showing any symptoms? We're all asymptomatic? I don't think so. So I just think that it was false positive because he had recently gotten his second shot. It had been like barely a week since we had the second shot. So then he had got sick and had to go to the emergency room, and they did a COVID test there, popped positive. And I'm like, I just don't think so. I feel like I would know for sure that one of us had it. So I think it's highly unlikely that all four of us would be asymptomatic after just recently getting our shots. Like, it hadn't even been 30 days, it hadn't even been 7 days. So I think it just was not correct. But I do appreciate the hospital for going with their protocol and doing exactly what they had to do for like tests that pop positive. He had to be put in isolation on the other side of the hospital. So I appreciate what they did to try to keep people safe, but I just don't think the test was accurate. So when we go back, he's got to go back with a negative test result. Did you make a appointment? Yeah, so he's got an appointment Monday to go get a COVID test at Walgreens. And so we'll see. If he pops negative, I'm be like, well, this is bullshit. We could have had this done already, Could have already had it done. But it was too risky with the thought of having COVID for him to have his procedure. So I would rather be safe than sorry. I think, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I think, but I'm not a doctor. And I don't know. I mean, I've read different things online and stuff, but I try to take that stuff with a grain of salt too, because it's just people talking. I don't know how much fact is really behind stuff. But, yeah. Like for Texas, I live in Texas, and there's this app on my phone that you can check, and it updates daily. Like it updates all the time. I checked it this morning and it tells you how many new cases. Let me see. Oh, wait. It says that our aligners have been delivered. I don't know. Maybe they're down in the mail. I got Aaliyah to do Smile Direct so we can fix her teeth. Her teeth. I'm trying to find that thing that's on my phone. I don't really know where. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so like today. Yeah, and this is jumped. I looked at it when I first got up at 11. Did I get up at 11?
I don't know, but yeah, I couldn't do my procedure because of the COVID. So they said I couldn't do my penis enlargement. That really sucks. I really wanted it.
You think you need a penis enlargement?
No, but I want it even bigger.
But you don't need it.
I think I need it.
You're already black.
I know,
like you can't get
I know,
any
but
bigger.
I want it more.
No.
Yeah, I want it to be like leg number 3.
So your positive COVID test made it to where you couldn't get your penis enlargement surgery.
That was gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh,
I had it all scheduled.
Sure.
I had my size picked out, and then boom, COVID.
What was your size?
Third leg.
Mm-hmm.
That was my size.
Okay.
It was large, big, mega, and third leg. I picked third leg. So, yeah. Too bad. Well, after I get my test, I can go get my penis enlargement scheduled. Okay. All right. Bye.
And that was Ken, ladies and gentlemen. He's stupid. It was not. It was not a penis enlargement. Having COVID is not a fun thing. I was in the ICU for 7 days in January, then got my first shot in May, then second in June. It's awful. I'm sorry that happened to you. We did not have to be hospitalized, but we thought about it. We thought about it for Ken because he was having some major, like, he was really in a lot of pain. I just was out of breath. Like, I could not walk from the couch to my refrigerator without thinking that I've run a fucking marathon. It was awful. So we thought about going to the emergency room, but we have a friend who was a nurse in the emergency room, and he was like, don't go. He was like, don't go unless, I mean, you got to be very close to death before you go. Oh, it was at the door. So open them. No, open it. She gets off at 5. Oh shit, it's almost 5. You guys have let me talk for fucking 3 hours. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've talked for 3 hours. And I'm sitting here being super self-conscious about talking to my computer by myself, and I've sat up here for 3 hours and talked and done like nothing on my computer. I'm so sorry. I'll probably end up deleting this. Because who the fuck wants to watch this back? Nobody. Nobody wants to watch it back. So you're all the exclusive 20 people that got to hear my rant today, but this will probably get deleted. Anyway, the app that I have on my phone hang on. Where the fuck did it go? So I woke up earlier today and it was at 800 new cases for Texas. 800 for new cases in Texas, and then 30, it was at 27 deaths, and it's now at 39. So I feel like Texas is a big fucking state, man, and those are really low numbers. I feel sad that, like, you know, that there's still people, but these numbers are significantly lower than they have been in the past. So I feel like it's very slowly but surely it's getting a little bit better. I still feel like 40 deaths is really high, but this shit was saying like 2 or 3,000 people were dying like a day. It was crazy when everything was like all hyped up. So I just makes me feel like that was a false positive. But based on these numbers, it just feels like, you know, Texas is such a big state and there's so many people. Those numbers feel low to me. Plus, they're much lower. They're more than half than what it was when this shit was like this time last year. So it does look like it's getting better. So that also like made me think there's no fucking way we have COVID again. We never leave our house. The only thing is my kids work and they work with the public. So it was a possibility that one of them could have caught it and then brought it back home to us. But we ain't in our kids' faces like that. You know, like they might come in our room and talk to us, but we ain't like sitting real close to our kids, you know? So I just felt like it was very like, it was a stretch, you know? So, but it's fine. He's going to go get tested on Monday. And my son is negative. It's fine. It's just shit that we have to deal with, you know? I know everybody does need to vent. I just feel kind of bad that I have to do it like so loudly. I don't want to just sit around and type, because I feel like whenever I type stuff on Facebook, it gets twisted and people try to make it sound like I said something that I didn't say. So at least by me coming on YouTube and being able to talk about stuff, it gets it off my chest and I can always delete it. So where somebody's like, no, she said it like this. Let's go back and play it, you know? And it's like, no, that you completely missed the bus. I definitely do not mean like any malicious intent, really. For anything that I've said, it's just stuff that sucks about SL. Makes this game not fun. And it needs to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be so dramatic. You don't have to take other people down. For what, you know? Like, why are you always trying to take people down? Think about, like, your own shit. Or just go look at Fashion Nova and create everything on there with your own little spin. There you go. That's like the beauty of SL. If that's your shit, you know, if that's not your shit, then I don't know, just stop copying each other so fucking much. You're driving me crazy. If I had like 250 lindens for every single time someone's like, hi, I want to hire you to make me a logo and I want it to be just like this store, and then they just slap down Blueberry or something, I'm like, oh, you do not want that. You do not want to climb up that tree. Let's find you something else that will not get your head taken off by the mob of people that will come for you if you even think about using whatever font she used, you know? Like, you just don't want that. I don't know why people think that that's such a great idea. You guys don't want it. Trust me. Man, I've really screwed my bank up so bad. My bank is screwed up. I suck at adulting. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. And I guess I signed up for something too. I clicked on something. Y'all gotta watch out on your links, man. I'm getting spammed like all this unemployment, but employment positions all of a sudden inside my email. It's crazy. I'm getting spammed so much and I do not know what I clicked on because I am not looking for a job. But I've got so many things of like work from home, Amazon delivery, Goodwill. American Airlines is hiring. All the grocery stores, there's dental receptionists, like child care, appointment setter, data entry clerk. Like, I did not sign up for these notifications. I'm good. I work in Second Life. Yeah, basically. That's basically what happens, Trish, for sure. Which is fine. I've always said that I'm good. I can create everybody's logo and you'll all look unique enough to be able to survive in Second Life with your store. As long as you're just not too hard on each other for having certain designs. And that was the whole point of this whole stream, is just that I felt like these people are just getting beat up for no reason, because whoever fucking said it was original to begin with. Nobody. You're just making that shit up because you want to start drama. Stop that shit. Nobody has time for that. Nobody has time for that. So that was my whole thing. But I'm going to go get some grubby dubby. My daughter will be home in 10 minutes. And I want her to open this box. Her aligners are here. I can't wait to see them on her. And I might have a fucking beer too, because I'm going to have to figure out how to get this logo done. A beer and a Weedle sounds yummy to me. So I'll probably see you guys again over the weekend. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really enjoy going live and doing these things, being able to talk and stuff. I just, I try to keep the rants few and far between, but today I just could not. I could not hold it in. Thank you. Thank you, Catnip. Thank you, Maxim. Thank you, Tris and Aiden, for stopping by. And anybody else that is watching but they're not saying anything, please don't make my life a living hell whenever I log off. That would be great. And have a great weekend, you guys. I will pop back up soon. Hamburger, yes. I wish we had hamburger, but Ken made soup, so I'm going to go eat soup, even though it's 200 degrees outside. Soup. I get to have soup. Okay, I love you guys' faces. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna click it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.